Ladies and gentlemen, what is up, risk takers? Welcome to the Kill Beat Strategy. I am Pete. I'm a top player in Risk Global Domination. Of daily release on YouTube. I do weekday streams on Twitch, and hopefully once a month, which I've been trying to do, I do the Waiting on Your Best Behavior podcast. And today we have our illustrious guest, by request, Digitallic. Hello, Digi.
Hi, Pete. How are you, buddy?
I'm lovely. So if you didn't notice the game code for that one, that's just serendipity for Alcatraz. So we're starting off with, maybe we're ending with two. I don't know how long this game's going to go, but we're starting with Alcatraz, fixed capitals. You chose these settings?
I play these settings on my stream a lot. I play them on my YouTube channel a lot. They are insane, and they're great for content. I wouldn't rank up with these settings in a million years.
This is fine. Digitallic is playing as yellow, so this is the Sydney de Balzac. Are you going to choose the 8-cap in the middle and just take cards and be everyone's best friend?
Well, here's the thing. In fixed capitals, you want to avoid capping in the center unless you have absolutely fuck all.
Right.
Oh, sorry. Can I swear?
Oh, yeah. free speech, my friend. You know the only limits, right? The only limits is what we can publish. And have you actually butted up against any of that? You ever had a show be demonetized yet because of something you said?
I have, but I don't know what it was for. I just re-uploaded the video and it never got demonetized again.
So it was just a glitch.
Yeah. And I do swear, I drop F-bombs. I try to limit them, though, because I heard I have to go in the center because I can cucaracha white. But this is the worst capital in fixed. I have to wait for one of you guys to make a mistake now. And I'm just going to stack my cap like a boring asshole. What was I saying? I've heard that if you drop too many F-bombs within like a certain time frame on YouTube, they will demonetize you. Like if I say
my second largest video, so the biggest video is the round 1 of that tournament. The second largest video would be round 2, and that one got demonetized because of a string of fucks. I said fuck like 4 or 5 times back to back because I was just like worried about getting hit by the bot or something.
Yeah.
And so those are the limits of free speech, at least as far as the platform is concerned. But how about we start at the beginning? Who are you, sir? This is Digitallic. How would you introduce yourself?
Well, I mean, there's a way I introduce myself on my show, but if I was just going to meet you on the street, I would obviously say, hi, my name is Jonathan. That's my real name. I don't ever use my real name. I don't ever talk about it. Not that I'm worried about it, but it is Jonathan. I have said it a couple times on the show. I'm Canadian, just like you. I live in Toronto, on the other side of the city that you do. I was born and raised in Winnipeg, one of the coldest places in Canada, excluding the far north.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just grab a card and pass here. I can't multitask anymore. I'm too old for that. I moved to Toronto in 1998 because I went to the University of Waterloo. So I left the nest to go to university in Ontario, and I just stayed. I moved to Toronto, and I've been there ever since. Career-wise, I've done a lot of things, but my main career, I used to be an IT guy. I used to be a consultant for data security. So I'd be like, I would help like Fortune 500 companies secure data. It's kind of a boring thing, but the main product that we had that I worked on is I actually built a piece of software that you could point at any database in a corporation, and as long as it was one of the big 9 RDBMS systems, that's like, I don't know if you're aware, it's like Oracle, SQL Server, DB2, blah, 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 blah. It would just go in there, and it would find all of the sensitive data in that database. And it would automatically create a system that would allow a company to make a copy of that data, but de-identify all the private data. So social insurance numbers would become fake, right? But they would still pass something called CRC checks, I think they're called, where like a lot of like credit card numbers you can validate if a credit card number is real by running this mathematical algorithm on them. Anyway, that was that. I'm not going to go too much into that. I did that for about 12 years, and then I burnt out working in an office. I had a successful career. You know, I own property in Toronto. I actually own 2 properties right now. I own a vacation property as well. So doing pretty good, but I just burnt out. I couldn't work in an office anymore. I couldn't do Zoom calls. I couldn't do meetings. I just I wanted to spend so I went and I bought a jet ski, and for a lot of my work from home at my job, I would actually jet ski out to the island every single day and sit in a bar on the island and drink and do my work from home. That was not sustainable, because eventually the company I worked for caught on that, you know, my productivity levels went down, and then we just split mutually. It was just like, yeah, man, this isn't for me anymore. And I actually I needed to do something, Pete. Mm-hmm. So I actually spent about 3 years of my life working in the gig industry.
Yeah.
Like apps like Uber, Instacart, everything, and just pounding the pavement. And I turned my car into like my mobile office. We'll talk about that because you know, there's some funny shit there. I'm not even focusing on this game, by the way, because I'm enjoying this conversation. And I did that for a few years, and I actually loved it. I mean, the money wasn't great, but I wasn't doing it for the money. I actually loved it. But then I decided, you know what? I kind of want to try starting a YouTube channel, you know, as a hobby, you know, something like, let's just try it out. Like, I'm a jack of all trades kind of guy.
What a fun idea.
What a fun idea. And you know what? It either goes nowhere or it goes somewhere. And it actually went somewhere, which is, you know, and here we are today, you know. I now have 2 YouTube channels. I stream. I release 2 videos per day, and I'm loving life, and
That's
I'm
right.
not in an office.
Shout out to more Digitallic. If you didn't know, Digi now has 2 YouTube channels that you can enjoy. That's exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting. Now, I appreciate the plug, but that's not why I came on your show.
No, it's all good. I'm going to plug the shit out of you anyways. Wow, that can be taken out of context.
Yeah, totally. Oops. Now, listen, by the way, you've got the God position, and you should win this game.
Yeah, I think so. It was cute of Chad to try and put troops behind me, but
and I'm definitely not making alliances with everyone else right now. Okay.
Okay. I believe you.
Yeah.
What, to try and team on me? No. What? Why can't I win games though? Is it because I suck at Risk?
So here's the funny thing. It's like there's a thing about Risk that I like, this human condition thing that always gets me, where it's like, and noobs do this a lot. 3v1 takes. Noobs do this a lot, where is if there's someone snowballing, you get this noob who'll be like, not on my watch, and they'll suicide into the person snowballing to let someone else snowball. Mm-hmm. You know, and it's that human condition always blows my mind, because what have you accomplished? You still lose. You just gave someone else the ability to win
Alcatraz,
because you didn't want. Yeah.
Alcatraz. I don't know. I malign it a bit. But I think that a lot of people oversimplify my opinions, either intentionally or unintentionally, right? They might just earnestly misunderstand, but they might also just be trying, oh, Pete doesn't like this. Like the thing Vampire Chicken does, right? Where he makes me into the man. It's like, well, average Pete enjoyer would agree, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that I don't like this map. It's that I think that the play patterns are so consistent.
Oh man,
do you like
you
that?
Watch my channel. You know, you watch. Yes, okay.
You think I'm just wrong? I'm
No,
down to be wrong.
you're half right, but you're
Okay.
also half wrong.
Okay.
'Cause if you look at my channel, yes, you'll find 4 videos where I got the 2 bonuses on the left, the middle left and the bottom left on a single point guard, and I fucking crushed the whole board.
Mhm.
Yeah, and you're right. There are repetitive patterns in this map. Oh, it looks like black's is gonna card block blue. Oh, Pete, are you gonna hit blue's territory?
Oh, come on.
Yeah, okay.
You've seen me play. You know how I play.
Yeah, I don't even know why I asked that.
Poor Zareki. he got an okay position too.
Now, remind me, what were we talking about? Sorry.
We're talking about Alcatraz. What is? Explain to me. Sell it to me. Teach me.
You'll find a bulk of Alcatraz games that play out completely and absolutely differently.
Okay.
Now, what I love about Alcatraz the most is that it forces you to take really big risks in the beginning of the game.
Yep.
Like big cap rolls, 40% rolls, stuff like that, because it's all about position, right? It's so fun for content, and apparently I'm the guy that popularized Alcatraz in the content creator sphere.
I believe that. I definitely believe that.
When my channel blew up the first time, it was Alcatraz. And then all of a sudden, Kilted started doing Alcatraz, Vampire Chicken started doing Alcatraz, everyone except you started doing Alcatraz.
I can play it. I have played it. So I chose my capital, right?
Yeah.
And as soon as nobody capped behind me, I was like, okay, so now I guess I win this game. And that's fine. I don't mind.
No,
I like winning games. But
however,
what am I missing?
You don't necessarily win this game.
Okay, let's find out. The entire table now collapses on me and gives it to someone else?
I mean, I have to roll you, buddy.
That's fine.
And I have to look at those dice, baby. Minus 17 on a 16. That's what I'm talking about.
It's all good, man. Hey. You do what you got to do. I wouldn't let someone just win either.
Yeah, but I'm not going to sink your game and let someone else win. Right. I'm going to try and hold you off.
Right, which is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no, Chad, no.
Oh, green is going to sink your game, though. See, now here's the thing. If green actually suicides everything out and gives white the god position, it's now white's job to fight you, not mine.
Why do you get to say whose job it is?
Well, I don't get to say anything. I'm just these are my rules, and I'm playing the game by my rules.
Okay, but that's the nature of my question is, what gives any sense of legitimacy to those rulings?
I give them my own legitimacy, and it's in my world.
All right.
Right. I'm talking. This is, I'm the guest on your show right now.
Yep.
So it's my perspective, apparently. And yeah, that's it. Like, it's white's gonna have to fight you.
I can't wait.
Or stalemate. By the way, these settings, these settings can stalemate in the 3-player endgame very easily. Generally, if you get someone on the right side with like 2 caps in the noob corner, you get like white's position in the top left, and then you get your position even with both bonuses. You can get into a stalemate that has to be negotiated out of, because it'll be suicide for you to kill either of the players.
This is fine.
So, if we may return to where you were, I had a question about burnout, because I don't think I know what that means. Like I don't know that I've ever burnt out or I've ever experienced it. So can you kind of describe to me, you said you're working in IT. Something about the workload became too much for you?
No, it's not the workload. It's like, despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage kind of thing. Like it's feeling like it's like the lack of romance in your life, because I did a lot of traveling. Like every Monday morning at 4 a.m. I would get on a fly to Boston or something, somewhere in the US. I would get in a rental car. I would go to the hotel, or I would go straight to an office, work there all day, go check into a hotel, blah, 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 blah. there was no romance in the travel because everything was mechanical. It was like there's a well-oiled travel machine out there where, you know, you can get from A to B no problem, and it's like it's as if you just got on the subway to go downtown, or the GO train. It's hard to explain. I just needed something else. I needed to feel alive. You know what I mean?
Can I say the sense of a lack of control, perhaps, that you were like a billiard ball, you know, bouncing around from place to place, but you weren't ever. It wasn't necessarily your intention or your choice to do so. Does that ring true?
Well, no, everything was my choice. Like when I chose that career path and all that stuff, and it was intellectually fulfilling for me. But it was just living in cubicles all day, and it's hard to explain. But my mind just said no more, man. I would, like, honestly, Pete, I would have rather. It got to a point where I would have rather have spent a week in the drunk tank than a week in a corporate office doing Zoom calls all day and all this stuff. You know what I mean? And it got to the point where the money wasn't worth it. Right? I've only got, you know, limited time left on this planet.
Yep.
I wanted to explore something more creative. I wanted to have more time on my hands and find something that just, like, didn't feel like a job. You know what I mean?
It sounds like you found something wonderful in that regard, right? Like, you found not only a hobby that is fulfilling, but you've also found a voice, right? You found an audience to connect to, people that admire you, that respect you. Would you?
Yeah.
Like, isn't that what a wonderful
absolutely.
thing? It is that we
and-
have this.
And the thing is, like, I think we've talked about this before. It is still unimaginable to me that this many people watch me play this game online every single day.
Oh yeah.
Like, my second channel is 6 days old, and it's already had like 1,500 hours of watch time on it, and it's, you know, 1,000 views per video, which, you know, it's like, it's mind blowing to me. Like, it's like, if you told me 15 years ago or 10 years ago that, hey, one day there's gonna be this thing called, like, gaming television and on these platforms, I would have told you you're stupid. No one's ever gonna watch someone play Risk. Like, I still have, like, I have family members that say, really? People watch you play
no,
that
100%.
game?
My dad's the same way. He's like, for the period in time between when I became monetized for the first time and I got paid. Yeah. He was like, just make sure they send you the money. That's all. I just want to know that you're getting the money. Like, he couldn't believe that anyone would get paid for this.
Yeah. Make sure that one of the largest corporations in the world that controls 90% of the world's data sends you your contract check. Yeah. I think we're okay on that one, Dad.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, but it's you know what I mean. It's like, it's well-meaning, of course. It's just it's just earnest and ignorant to what this is at all. Like, you and I growing up, Digi's got a couple of years on me, but not too many. We never, not only did we not aspire to be creators, we didn't even have this as a paradigm at all, right? Celebrities were in movies and on TV. You know?
Dude, we used to go on road trips, and we'd have to bring our Walkman.
Yeah.
So we could have some music to listen to, and make sure that we had enough AA batteries. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's no downloading 6 movies to your iPad and or even getting internet on a plane. That's another thing that blows my mind, that we could be in a tube going 900 kilometers an hour, you know, 6 miles above the surface of the earth, and get high-speed internet.
It's not bad, huh?
I mean,
we live in the most interesting timeline.
Yeah. So I'm a little bit of ashamed of these settings right now because the last 8 ones I've played, I've capped in the lavatory and they've been bangers and I've won the game and they've been cap rolls. But we're playing GMs and of course we've gone to stalemate. By the way, remember when I broke you like 6 rounds ago?
Yeah.
I'm really sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm not going to give you Lois
I'm
on your own show.
I'm joking.
But I don't think this is a stalemate. I think this is an inevitable victory for me. It's a slow but inevitable victory for me, and I would be very okay. I'm not going to say be very curious to see how that doesn't happen. It happens if one of these guys suicides into me, and then King makes to another, and that's a thing that can happen too. I'm not trying to be like.
What are you generating? 22 or something?
Sure.
You must be generating 19.
Yeah.
What's white generating?
A lot.
15.
Yeah. So white's still here, you're saying.
So, and what's black generating? So we're in that stalemate. Like, there's nothing you can do to advance this game without suiciding yourself. If you kill white, you lose. If you kill me, well, you could probably kill me, get away with it. If you kill blue, if you kill blue, yep, you'll probably lose to white, and you're off cap. You don't have you know what I mean?
Well, but you see, Zareki has a 1v1 tourney match, so we only have about 20 minutes left of Zareki, and then so maybe.
Well, if Zareki would be so kind as to suicide blitz their troops into black.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's like we're in that stalemate, and I've been in this stalemate many times, and it generally ends with someone botting, or someone suiciding, or someone saying, "Hey, attack red, blah blah blah, deal for second." I've never seen someone in your position in this board state actually find a way to just figure out a way just to win the game, and I'm not lying. Like it's.
Oh, okay. So when you're but I think I just. If I can understand what you're saying, when you say figure out the way, the implication there is that some action on my part is required.
Correct.
Yeah, I don't see, and I don't agree with that philosophically.
Okay.
I don't think
so. You're saying
I have inevitability. So, it is up to you guys to stop me. I have already won this game. Yeah.
We can stop you by not doing anything and just waiting. So it's
and then I will outwait you.
And then exactly. So this is, and we don't have a lot of time here, Pete.
No, we got plenty of time. The podcast just begun.
Oh man, I wish I could show you some of the games on these settings on my channel. They're ridiculous.
Link me if you want. If you want me to watch something, I'm always happy to link me, and I will.
I'll send you a couple examples. They're ridiculous. Like there was a video on my channel a couple days ago where I had a similar cap to yours, but there was a cap where your 7 is, and there was a cap where your 16 is, and then there was also a cap where your 3 is. And the guy with the cap in the 16 suicided into the 7 and the 3, and then fed me all 3 of those caps.
So you play?
I like this.
You play a lot of Alcatraz, eh?
I play a ton of Alcatraz. I love this map. It's my second favorite map in the game.
What's number 1?
Spaceport Sigma.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I mean, I loved when Spaceport Sigma came out for the first time. I played World on Prague, and this was before, the nameless asshole on YouTube made World on Prague unviable. It's me.
Is that me? That's you.
No,
okay.
I did that. I ruined the thing I love.
I also ruined a game mode too, so don't worry.
I know. It sucks.
Do you know which one do you know which game mode I ruined?
I'm curious. This? Some kind of Alcatraz? No. Classic.
I didn't ruin it.
Classic fix with blizzards.
No. That's what I play the most on my channel, by the way.
Right. What did you ruin?
Progressive capitals, mostly on the classic map. No fog. Bot farming.
Oh, I don't think that's. I mean, what's
farming the
Oh,
bot.
right. I don't play that. When I play those, I play neutral bot for that reason.
Farming automated bots,
Yes.
or I did a lot of content around infinite trading zones.
Yes. Yes.
So
Well,
I didn't ruin the game modes, but I made them a lot less desirable for Kilted. Kilted hates that I teach people on my channel about infinite trading zones. He hates it. It angers the shit out of him.
I don't mind if the floor, if the skill floor of our players increases. I don't see that as necessarily a bad thing. Right? It forces us to stay on top of our game as well.
Yeah, no, absolutely, it does.
And it's very hidden too. Like I'm having a very fun conversation now in my comments thread about the most recent video, which was a negotiation game, which is one I know that you enjoy.
I remember mentioning that to you at your place.
Yeah,
I love those settings, and you know what? I've actually never played them. I just watch you play them.
What do you mean? You've never played?
I haven't tried them yet.
Why not?
I haven't tried them yet.
Why?
I just haven't got. I first of all, I don't have EU Advanced on my Anything Goes account.
Okay.
And second of all, I just enjoy watching you play them. I think I just the way you deliver those settings and talk about and like I actually think you do get a lot of people that find those settings, and some of them know it's you because they're your negotiation settings. I've seen a couple of those games, but you know, I by the way, I love it when you roll like a deuce and you go -14. Like I like that shit's the fucking best, man. That's the best part about those settings.
You're due from time to time. You're absolutely due to get terrible dice. It's all good.
Yeah, no, those settings are great. I actually haven't tried them myself yet. I have played similar settings, but I'm not too random. I've done it with Fog on.
Are you another one of those guys who believes they're inherently unlucky? Like you get bad dice?
Yes.
See, I think I'm up. I'm up lifetime. I get good luck.
So listen.
Yeah.
I know I don't get bad dice. Okay. Right? Because I'm a math guy. I have a math background.
Yes.
I understand confirmation bias and all that stuff. But I can tell when I'm on a cold streak for dice, or I've had a bad week for dice, right? and I play up my bad dice sometimes on my channel, and you know what I mean, like just for like entertainment purposes.
Yep, absolutely.
But I know my dice are perfectly fine. Like this is a funny thing about. Like if you click on one of our profiles, I don't know why SMG has this, but at the bottom of everyone's profiles, it tells you what percentage of each number on a dice you've rolled, and it's always 16%.
Yeah.
Like no one has a 15 or a 17 unless their account's like
brand new,
day old.
Right.
Yeah. But why the hell do they have that there? It's so weird. It's always 16%.
So I have a new policy with regards to discussions of SMG's design flavors.
Yeah.
And that policy is that I will not be complaining, and I will only be saying positive things. So we can assume that the geniuses behind the design of the game who totally play it and couldn't possibly design a better game have a reason for doing that, for including that extraneous information that is just oblivious to we can't fathom to guess why. What they could put there, that might be better.
Could you imagine the 5 simple things that they could do to make this game so much better? Like
I've been imagining
sandbox mode. make your own non-ranked, unranked mode. Like, hey, I want a Capital Conquest game, but we each get to 2 caps instead of 1. Something like that. I don't know, man. If I was the product manager for this, it would be completely different.
It's coming. I think the amount of patience that the community of enfranchised players, competitive players, content creators, and the like, the amount of patience we've had for absolutely nothing happening is kind of now at its end. And just like we kind of took tournaments away from SMG and saying, okay, well, if you're not going to do anything, we'll do it ourselves. I have no doubt in my mind that the clock is ticking on it, some sort of community-run project that, if good, will replace SMGs. I really do think it's
Yeah.
it's inevitable at this point.
No, for sure. Like, I don't want to complain too much about SMG, right?
Right.
Because there are really good things about the app and the
Yeah,
game.
it's the best. This is the best Risk game. This is why we're having this conversation.
It's so much better than playing at tabletop. Like if honestly, if it was only classic fixed and there was no other modes, I probably would have gotten bored of this game already.
Right.
But yeah, where was I going with this? Sorry, my
You were
my
talking
old
about
man
the
brain.
top 5 things. It's top 5 things you would do. I think that's what was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's just a generalization. Oh, sorry, Zareki. I'm not going to suicide myself out here.
It's your show.
Like, yeah, he's going, yeah. You know, Zareki just needs to leave. So the top 5 things that, yeah, there's so much. The game could be so much better. Is all I'm saying. And a lot of the things that they've added to the game, to me, just haven't made much sense. You know, like they're not earth shattering. It's just they're all gimmicky, and it's kind of like it hasn't really changed much. But
Yeah, I mean, if the resources are dear, then what you choose to spend time on is even more important, right? And the fact that, you know, for the better part of a year, maybe more than a year at this point, we've been talking about a network overall, which is a need, and I agree is a top priority. It hasn't been done, but in the interim, we get things like map packs and dice skins and collab with this or that, or a game mode in beta that isn't really playable, right? We get all that. Good. Something is being done. That's good.
Yeah.
But the thing that needs to be done isn't being done. And okay. I mean, someone is willing to wait forever, but that someone is not me. And I'm my job, unfortunately, is to try and squeeze the existing juice out of this content and find original ideas, find settings that I can show people how to get good at. You know,
Yeah,
90% win rate settings, like the negotiation game was before I spoiled it, or like this other thing that I'm grinding now that I don't want to talk about it publicly, but we can talk about it after the video. As soon as I show people how to do that stuff, it's gone, right? Just because the ranking system is so punishing.
Yeah.
So it's like, how do we as creators demonstrate skill? There's not actually a ton of ways to do that. Oh, you're blocking Black. Wow. Poor Black.
Why not? Let's find a way to let's progress this game.
He's running out of patience,
Pete.
Folks. Yes.
Hey Pete, can I work with you for a second?
Oh, how are you going to do that?
I don't know.
All right. I will accept.
White wants me to attack my territory if you need to. So here's one thing that I would love SMG to do. Is if you enable streamer mode, I want it to, when you join a lobby or when you host a lobby, it gives you a random color, a random avatar, a new random risk name, and a random flag.
Yeah, of
and
course.
does it all in the background for you.
That would be amazing.
It would be absolutely amazing, and it wouldn't kill stream sniping, but it would severely help, because as soon as a sniper figures out what your username is on your anonymous account, it's over, right?
Well, I don't know if you were reading that thread on the creators Discord, but it was enlightening to hear different perspectives regarding where I was probably being a bit of an asshole. Like,
yeah,
I cannot have a default expectation that anyone should give a shit about me. So it's been quite liberating to release myself from that idea. No, of course they don't give a shit about me, about you, about other creators, about their average YouTube viewing customer. They don't. They absolutely don't. And they apparently shouldn't, which is a hard pill for me to swallow, but I'll accept it.
Yeah.
How's this game is gonna blow up now.
I'm about to get pounded. I'm about to get hit hard.
But it's
I get to kill him at least.
Oh no, it's gonna
Oh,
be
he's gonna
me.
sue you?
No, it's gonna be me. Oh, it's gonna be someone. Oh fuck.
No, it's me.
No.
And he's opening you.
So
He's opening you.
Zerky,
Okay.
what? Zerky kills black, kills you, slams into me, white wins? Is that how the game ends?
This is fine. This is fine.
Okay, no,
I don't
you
know.
kill black. All right, you kill black.
Now I'm gonna slide her here because I need my troops.
Damn right.
Oh, -5. Yeah. Oh God. Good game, Black. Oh my God, he had garbage cards too. Oh, I got a 10 trade. It's all good.
Oh yeah, you're back in this, baby.
Yeah. Look at that. You can't hit a 69 cap, Pete. That's not nice. Okay.
Nice.
So you can get rid of me.
Yep.
But it's
Oh,
gonna
I'm
be
not
very
getting-
tough for you to progress.
Oh no, I'm not getting rid of you. Don't you worry about that. You're my best friend in this game.
But there's not a lot I can do to help you, by the way.
Oh,
with
you
a
don't need to
69
help
cap.
me. You just need to sit there in the middle of the board, look pretty.
What was the other thing about SMG that I wanted them to change? I can't even think of it right now. But there's definitely a lot of stuff that needs to happen. I definitely take a trade here because you'd be crazy not to, and I'm definitely not going to open your 291, even though it's already open.
Well, are you still worried about me killing you?
No,
Okay,
but
good.
I'm talking out my thought process.
A little bit of
what I would
trust.
do in this position.
A little bit of
But
trust goes a long-
if you were any other player, you would have killed me there.
Oh, if you were just some random person, it wasn't your
Yeah.
show. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You don't get to live. What do you mean? He's capped in the middle of the board. You've been on borrowed time for a while. It's fixed capitals. Like having a pocket is the only way, and there's 3 pockets on this map, and all 3 are now occupied by people. I actually have the worst one in terms of protection. Right, Zerky's pocket, and the fact that he got it for free, guarded by a single point cap.
Yeah.
That's a nice pocket.
But Blue's also generating a lot now. Blue's generating 11 per turn.
That's what I mean. Yeah, Zerky's pocket, the blue pocket is nice now that it's back behind 2 caps. I don't know. I don't want to be overconfident. Feel like that's often my undoing when I get overconfident in a game.
Oh, I've made some of my worst mistakes in Risk, thinking that I've got this in the bag, and I'm gonna do this Chad move.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna slam this guy. I'm gonna do this, and this, and I get one unfavorable roll.
Oh fuck!
There.
All right.
I get one unfavorable roll, and now I'm holding a bag of dicks, and I die. Well, at least I get to spectate. Okay, so it looks like Zerky wants to end this game, but the problem is they're giving white a good position on you.
Mm-hmm.
But you have the 303 open. I think I know why you don't have the 181 on cap, but I think if you have if you had the 480 open here, you would just win right now.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't. See, I don't ever play to the expectation of random suicides.
Yeah.
But I
No,
don't know.
sure.
It really depends on how white plays it too.
It does. It's not. You don't have this in the bag, but I think you can choke white out too. Like it's fixed, so you need to outgenerate this person. You need to block them. You need to have more territory, and you have that opportunity right now because both of their caps are closed, right?
Yeah,
Plus, you get the +2 cap in the center. He didn't kill Zerky, which is a little bit like I wouldn't take that kill if I were you. I wouldn't reopen the. And here's the thing: to get the 81 cap, you have to reopen his 200 cap. But I think it's worth it.
So I'll play it the way I think it
Yeah.
makes sense to play it.
Oh, I'm not telling you how to play. I know you.
No,
I know
it's
you know how to
all
play.
good. But like
Yeah.
my opponent is.
I'm just
playing-
telling you, if it was me, I'm definitely rolling that 80 cap.
Yeah, me too. I think it puts me in a. Winning
It does,
position.
and you have fortifications. I think this game's done.
I think
Yeah.
my opponent
And so-
needed to split there more equally
Yeah,
and force me to take like a really bad roll.
you kind of do need a decent. You need a 1.5x or less here.
Okay, that was
Yeah,
good.
you got it. You got it.
So my follow-up question for you is then,
Yeah.
are we going to
Great
do this?
job.
Are we going to do this again, or are we going to do another risk game?
Well, how much time do we have?
I usually like these shows to go for between 2 and 3 hours.
I can do 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah. Should
yeah,
we maybe take,
I'd love
take a
to do these
GeoGuessr break now?
I'd love to do these settings again, but I don't want them to stalemate again. I'd love and I'm kind of trolling you a little bit by choosing these settings because I know you hate Alcatraz.
Do you think I had a bad time this game? Like, dude, this is fine.
Yeah, it's fun. It is fun.
This is fine. Please.
What White's doing here is not going to work.
Unfortunately.
No, there's no way this is going to work.
No, 'cause I'm just getting too much.
Yeah, you're getting too much, and you can activate the 123. I mean, and you already double his size. This game's over.
Yeah.
I would concede against the GM.
I'm not.
here for sure.
I'm not pushing my luck.
Yeah.
I should probably just push my luck here.
No,
Oh.
this is the move. This is the move for sure. 100%. This is the move. Done. Game over. You can't lose now.
Yeah, GG, man.
Yeah, GG.
Oh. Oh, the smack.
Well played. Very, very well played.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm gonna get
I mean, these aren't the most complicated settings in the world, right? But you get a lot of players that don't know how to play these settings, and they're like the fly in the ointment that cause just the wildness, right? I think that's one of the problems is that we're playing with a lot of GMs here, and I think that's where the disconnect is.
Can we request some noobs next? No. I'm gonna get another cup of coffee, so let's take a quick break. And if you wouldn't mind setting up the next game for me,
sure.
Thank you.
I got to think about this.
I'm good.
Hotel Juliet Yankee Alpha Tango.
Are we not friends?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm saying, are we not friends on Risk? I won't just see your game.
I stopped taking friend requests.
Ah, that makes sense. All right. Well, I'm now
because
now I'm in the joining screen.
It caused me to get. It actually can cause you to get falsely flagged for collusion if you play someone on your friends list in a ranks game. And I actually heard this right from the lion's mouth.
Oh, I believe you. I just
horse's mouth or whatever the hell the term is.
By some miracle, I've never been banned. So
that's crazy. I have my accounts get banned all the time. All the time. I have to switch between accounts and I have to email SMG and so the last time I emailed SMG to tell them what happened or submit a ticket. Are we live on the show, by the way?
Yes, we are.
Okay. They actually came back to me and said, "Yeah, don't worry, we've cleared your account of all the collusion history because you're not colluding. What happened is you got stream sniped by the same person across 17 different Risk accounts."
Oh, what a nice guy. He really likes you.
Yeah.
You want me to throw this code up?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Risk.
You may recognize. I think I got the settings correct.
Europe Advanced. Fixed. Caps. Is this negotiation?
I think so.
Oh, wow.
I didn't put portals on though. I think.
Sorry, what's the code? HJ.
Hotel Juliet Yankee Alpha Tango. HJ Yat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still can't believe that last code. It's so funny.
So, you should ask me about my mobile office, the gig economy. Tell me.
So, I love working on cars, right? I like if I pretty much do all my own mechanic work on my cars. Anything that doesn't require a lift, that doesn't require some sort of specialized tool like a bearing puller. I don't do brakes. I don't, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But I do a lot of I love putting like the craziest mods on my car, like the most ghetto stuff in the world. Or if like there's some piece of shit from Canadian Tire, like some accessory, I'll be like, yeah, that's cool. I'll just wire that into the 12-volt system and run that. So in my Corolla,
Yes.
I have a radio scanner. I've got a CB radio. I've got a functioning Nespresso coffee machine that is mounted and secured to my dashboard, and it runs. I can brew coffee while I'm driving on the 401, and I can do it safely. I don't even need to take my eyes off the road. I can grab a cup, put it in a spot, and hit a button, and it will brew me a coffee.
All right, fired up.
Oh, that's me.
You're the fire.
Sorry.
All good.
I'm the fire. My bad.
So no more Tim
you know,
Hortons for you.
No more Tim Hortons. Well, that's the thing is I love high-end coffee, but I don't want to go and spend $8 at Starbucks 4 times a day while I'm pounding the pavement.
Of course, you want that.
You know what I mean?
That
Like
espresso.
You want that Nespresso.
Yeah.
So it runs off the car battery through an through a 12-volt inverter to 120 volts. The cables that run from the battery to the power inverter are more expensive than the coffee maker itself because they have to be they're 0 gauge, so you don't burn the car down. And when you're brewing an espresso, it actually pulls 60 amps of current off the battery.
Is that
which
a lot?
is insane.
Okay, that's a lot.
That is a ton. That is a ton.
Okay.
For a car. 60 amps of current is a lot. And you can only brew 3 coffees. Until you'll deplete the battery, even with the engine running.
Does it ruin the life of the battery as well?
Yes.
Yeah,
100%.
okay.
It'll overwork your battery for sure.
So this is bad for the car, but it's fun.
But it's not bad for the car. It just you reduce your battery life.
Yeah.
I hope Blue doesn't cap where they think they're going to cap. You know what? I'm actually going to go.
Oh.
Normally I take the.
He's blocking. He's blocking.
This is the pre-cucaracha.
Oh yeah.
By the way, I love the cucaracha fad that you've created.
Yeah.
It's like on my Twitter, my Twitch, I added a La Cucaracha car horn redeem, and it goes off like crazy
when someone gets behind you. Oh yeah. I get a lot
Sorry,
of questions on the show. So for those of you listening who don't understand the metaphor, so cucaracha is the Spanish word for cockroach. And the metaphor is used to describe a player that goes behind you and then just kind of starts eating away at you and you can't get rid of them, right? How do you fumigate for cockroaches? You know, they're very persistent. That's sort of the genesis.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I never knew it was the word for cockroach until I heard 10 days after I first heard you use the term, and I actually didn't know what the hell you were talking about in your show the first time I heard it, because I wasn't there for its inception. And I'm like, what is this guy talking about? What is cucaracha?
Cucaracha.
And every single stream, I get someone, hey, can someone please explain the cucaracha term to me, please?
Oh, that's a crazy cap for Blue.
That is a crazy cap. I push them away from but obviously I'm gonna go for the cap. All
You're
right, let's
in the
make
best
an
position. By far, I don't know. Everyone actually has a good position here. This is what happens when you get similarly. This is what happens when you get GMs playing the settings. Let's get some good dice for Digi. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice.
I can't roll that too, though. You know what would happen if I get a bad roll in that too.
Yeah, you'd lose your capital.
Now, I would have preferred the 2 that's in Georgia, but I needed to dissuade blue from capping what I call the tip, right?
It's definitely the tip.
It's definitely the tip, and it looks like the tip.
Man, is everyone getting crazy dice? Everyone's getting great dice. What's happening?
Hey, I need to be friends with Orange. Now, this is the first time I played these settings, by the way.
Yes, this is Digi's
I've
first
watched you play them so much that I know what the deal is, and Well, that's going to be a weak cap.
No one's going to roll my 4 cap and make me
okay.
and make me sit here and pay attention to having a conversation.
Lose them all. Oh my god, perfect roll.
This is definitely not a play you make when you're in pubs, right? Someone would steal your capital.
100%.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Black's going for Italy as well. So I'm glad that he did that because I need to expand into Africa, and I'm a little bit pincered in this position.
I think we all are.
Yeah, you're definitely pincered, but I think you can make it work.
I get Scandi, I'm fine. Unless Chad gets Scandi, then what? Then poor Pete, I guess. Okay, so you don't want to guard, you trust. But
of course I trust.
You want Africa.
I mean, he breaks me, I stick my capital up their ass, right?
Whoa! No, I don't think Black's going to mess around. And I really like what Black did as far as take the 2+4s that he isn't capped in, so effectively blocking the 3rd. So Black's looking for 3+4s.
Yeah.
Pretty nice.
But he has to understand that I need to expand into Africa. He can beat me to North Africa or West Africa, whatever it's called on this map.
Yeah.
But I need more.
See, I wonder what happens when all of the bonuses are claimed. I wonder if there will be any sort of friction in that regard.
Well, that's the thing, is we're playing with GMs too, so we don't get that fly in the ointment that we're talking about. So one of the good things in the Alcatraz game we just played that we were playing with GMs is that they're not like Blue wasn't going to let this thing stalemate, and it's a public game. It's a casual game, so obviously they're going to and we saw that it was okay. All right, guys, it's time to progress this. I don't need to win this game. That's the good thing, but the bad thing with playing all GMs is we don't get those ridiculous plays, which feed the most ridiculous position to some other player. Some just crazy cap hit.
Do you think it's a fair thing to say that the game of Risk is broken at the top?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
I think so too. I think this is just an inherent problem with it, is that if the skill floor is high enough, there really isn't enough in the rules to force action, right? The game is very prone to stalemate at the highest levels.
Yeah, no, for sure. But it's almost like the game needs some sort of stalemate stopper. You know what I mean? Just something in there to just, oh, look at that dice, baby. Oh, I was gonna.
You're due after last game.
I don't want to guard against these guys.
Yeah, the cap is fine.
But I did pick settings, which we really need to you need it to progress. I mean, the theory of this game that you've concocted is that you need to use the alliances to progress the game.
Sure.
Right? So we're going to have to do some serious thinking here.
I like that play from Aaron. That's a great play.
Yeah. No,
I mean, it will end. It's not currently stable. So what are you on? You're on +6. You're on +9. Chad's on +8. Marin's on +7. I'm only on +5. Black is on +8, soon to be +12, and blue is on +8. So like, there's a lot of game here, I would say. So this move I don't like. I really don't like closing off my capital in these settings.
Ooh.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
You just got burned, my friend.
It happens. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. You get these rolls and you'll get them back. What did I lose? A 6 on a 2? I lost a 6. Oops. I also got a bad roll before that one, right? Yeah, I lost 4 on a 1. I lost 10 troops hitting 2.
I gotta love true random, man. Okay. Looks like the board has spoken.
Yeah.
I mean, you are the fish right now. There's no question about it.
No, I mean, I could be.
Attack blue?
Yeah, absolutely.
Or we could also attack orange.
Well, yeah, you could, but you know, whatever people.
I think black's about to give it to you here.
Roll my cap.
Well, Pete, in the last game you showed me some help, so I'm not gonna
shove it up Blue's ass.
I'm...
Digi. Yeah. I love it. I love it. See, this is what makes these settings fun. It's nice to see some action, man. Oh,
what's Marin doing?
Marin's taking a bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Marin is greedy and not helping anybody but himself, of course. Well played. I like that for you, sir.
Now, blue can go nuts on me here through black.
I don't think he will, though. I don't think blue's ready to quit just from one play.
Well, green just didn't do me any favors there.
Yeah, it's almost like everyone's out for themselves.
Never attack the host and the guest.
No, you can't.
That's rule number 1.
You absolutely can. Listen, I don't want to win unfair games. Wow, that is a bit of a... Ooh, okay.
I bought you a ticket back in the game, bro.
You did. I appreciate that.
Yeah. I'm card blocked, by the way, unless I break someone.
Oh, that's the other thing about this is watch the skipping. Oh no, I don't want to.
These guys know that we're on the show, right? This is.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh. Okay, who do I break?
Yeah, I mean, black's greedy, right? He doesn't need 3 + 4s. He can get 2, and he'd still be fine. So I had a buddy, way back in the day. I think it would have been a RAV4, Toyota RAV4. He made the carputer. So similar to what you're talking about, like this is when touchscreens were new. And he was like, he jimmy rigged up a PC with like way before touchscreens would have been in cars, and he built this thing, and it's just really cool to see how. Oh, holy crap, Chad! 4 on an 8 cap. 4 on an 8 cap. Oh boy! It's cool to see how far things have come as far as wanting a car.
You say before touchscreens, but we're still talking beyond like the mid 80s when we have ECU controlled engines, right?
I would have been in high school, so I meant before touchscreens would have been in cars,
right? But we still would have had it would still have been electronic fuel injected cars, so there would have been an ECU, not a carbureted engine. So
I'm not a not the
Okay,
most,
no, all good, all good.
Not the
All
most
good.
tech savvy guy. So.
Yeah, no. So keep going. Sorry.
No, that was the whole story.
Yeah.
It was. I really thought that there's a part of me that is envious of being mechanically inclined, being technically inclined as you are. Like I like dirt. I like gardens. I like working in the soil. I like pruning trees and bushes and all that. But I never, anytime I had to do something to fix my lawnmowers, it was really like pulling teeth, right? The grease, the artificial dirt never really agreed with me. But I do like
Right.
solving puzzles. That part of it sounds very appealing, right? Fixing something, figuring out how to fix it.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I totally. Yeah, I'm the same way. We just we're solving different puzzles.
Well, you got into it too at some point, right? You probably have been like, did you mess around with your first car?
No, I didn't. I mean, my first car was a 1979 Oldsmobile Cutlass Salon, so it weighed 2 tons. Each bumper was pure chrome. Those weighed 200 pounds, like 70 pounds each.
There was no lifting that up.
It was a cable-driven, carbureted V8, 5.7 liter V8 engine, which drank gas like you wouldn't believe, but it didn't matter because gas was 50 cents a liter.
I'm looking up Oldsmobile Cutlass. What?
Cutlass Salon. It's a hatchback. It's got like weird nipples on the wheels.
Oh, I know what this car is. Okay.
Yeah,
absolutely. Absolutely.
So there's nothing really to mess around on that. I was in Winnipeg, so the car came with a block heater. So you plug your car in at night. So it would keep the block warm enough that the engine oil wouldn't turn into like a solid, almost like a wax, and you could actually start the car in the morning.
So, at what point did you move?
1998.
You've only lived in Winnipeg and Toronto, or other places?
I grew up in Winnipeg.
Yep.
I left when I was 18, and I moved to Waterloo, Ontario.
Yes.
2 years after that, while I was living in Waterloo, Ontario, my parents moved to the Vancouver area. So I would go and live with them every now and then, or live near them. So I did spend some summers in Vancouver, and I also lived in the UK for 2 years. I went to grad school in the UK.
Cool.
Yeah, so I did undergrad at Waterloo, and then I did my grad school in the UK. And what is Marin doing?
Stirring it up. What was your degree?
My undergrad was in economics, and my grad degree, I did an LLB. I did a law degree in the UK.
You've done a ton.
I've done a ton of stuff. I'm
you're
educated.
Massively over. Yeah. Okay. You're massively overeducated. Okay. So was the I apologize if I'm asking too many questions at once. I'm just curious. Like,
you're not.
What do you find you get bored? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I do get bored a lot. Yeah. This is part of the reason one of the reasons why in my IT career, why I started to burn out is because I'm one of those people that needs change and you know what I mean? Like it's hard for me to settle my brain on one thing. I always have to kind of like try something else. It's weird. And that's the thing. I got bored of law before I even finished my law degree. So
I mean, that doesn't surprise me. Law is boring. Law is boring on purpose. Like, come on.
I mean, it did get to the point where I got past the point of no return, so I had to finish, right? I'm not going to leave law school 3 months until I graduate. I may as well graduate. But I knew that I didn't want to be involved in the legal industry before I even left law school. You know?
Yeah, because...
So what do I do here? Obviously...
Because it's unethical.
Okay, let's fight Marin.
Okay. I mean, I did my part.
I think we should fight Marin.
I did my part.
Yeah, you broke Russia. I'm going to break Africa if I have a trade, which I don't. And I'm only getting 6 troops, so I'll try and break it.
Marin just got bored.
Yeah, no, for sure. But that's the thing. Okay, I don't have to break Africa anymore. I don't have to do anything.
Well, you might not want Black having all of that. Good game, man. Yeah, you just got bored. That makes sense.
7v3? 2v1? Fuck me.
Fuck.
Oh my god, he's got a trade. This guy, where is he putting it?
He's not finished yet. Oh, they're skipping. Chad gets 28 a turn. Lol.
Oh man, I love these settings. Like you get into war with one person, and sometimes you don't notice that you've king made somebody. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah, well, that's why I like to take very decisive action. And I also like to play. I don't like to play from a disadvantage, right? I like to establish advantage. I like to maintain advantage, and I like to punish people when they try and equalize or take my advantage. And I notice that I do that so consistently that I think people are a little bit shocked.
yeah.
And sometimes they don't quite know how to. You watch them thinking. Right, you watch them sitting there thinking about, oh fuck, did that guy just actually smack the shit out of me? And then it's like, oh, okay, what am I gonna do about that?
I love what you're doing here, by the way. I love the move,
you.
and
Yeah.
I like leaving black alone as well because we'll just king make green if we don't if we you know what I mean.
Well, I mean, someone has to hit green, but Green's
We will.
But Green's listening to us, so we can't talk too loudly.
Is he listening? That son of a bitch. Yeah, look at it.
No, I mean, Chad, kill everyone else for me, is what I meant to say.
So I know all these people's names. I just haven't associated the color to their name, so I'm just calling him green. I don't.
Yes.
I could click and be like, oh yeah, green's Chad.
Yes.
Look at this guy leaving landmines everywhere.
I like it. I like it.
No, you do it all the time.
This is Black saying, this is mine now. And
I love watching you protect your bonus in this map with twos. It's one of the most hilarious things. I'm about to do the same thing.
Yeah, just leave me alone. It's fine. Don't worry about Pete.
Here, let's just leave a 2 everywhere. Oh my god,
So you know what it is that you know what it might be with getting bored easy is that, like, possibly it's that you crave novelty, but also possibly it's that you're very open, right? You're very creative, so you like to experience a lot. You like to learn about a lot. Oh no, Marin, no, don't do it. Oh wait, okay, this is better. Who's he? What? Oh no. I don't even know what's happening. Is he just going back to Africa?
He's mad at me for putting. Oh no, he's just stirring the pot.
He wants his Africa back. Oh fuck! No, he's breaking everybody.
He's suiciding out. He's suing out.
Okay.
Now
But
this is where turn
really
order
good for Chad. Yeah.
This is where turn order matters.
Well, no, because Chad still has a ton.
Yeah,
like that's really good for Chad.
He gets a very good capital too.
A third.
Third
capital. Oh, great.
Yeah.
GG, I guess.
Yeah. But
yeah.
But we have the power to stop this guy.
Well, do we though? So what would have to happen would be all three of us would have to hard team Chad now, right? In order for Chad to not win. So that would have to start with me, and that would have to start with me right now. So it's like, are you down? Like, is green down or is black down?
Is black down?
Like, okay, he says he's down. I mean, I don't think so.
He's down. I'm down too.
Well, let's try.
Of course, I'm down.
And I say this.
Let's try. Of course, we have to try.
I say this to you out of love, Chad, that we can't just let you win the game. But I don't know that it's even that. I don't know that it's going to work very well. Like, I don't have enough troops to even do anything.
Plus, you're just going to break everything on the line that I can break things, right? Maybe you chill for a turn and get a little bit stronger.
Yeah, but then Chad gets even stronger too. What's the problem?
No, but I'll break. I'll send that 12 right up his ass. I don't know how far it can go.
You're a good man, Digi.
Or I could send the 16.
I don't know. I think it might be too late. I'm the weakest player, so the proportion of my contribution is minimal, anyways. Even if I could have done more.
Yeah,
but, you know, it's all good.
No, I think Chad is almost a shoo-in here.
Well,
Marin did not do us any favors.
It's all good. Oh, Marin! I forgot to kill Marin. At least your cap's open.
Now, see, if I send Chad right now, though, Chad just sends me back.
Yeah. So this is another thing about these settings that I like normally, because I am in advantage, that you generally don't get hard teamed by multiple people. What generally happens is someone takes a shot at you, and if you're big enough and you take a big enough shot back, they're reeling. And then they're dead in 2 turns.
Yeah.
Good game, buddy. Yeah, you get your corner, though. Corner spots are good.
Yeah, I got my corner.
But your cap sucks. That's the problem.
You know, my cap's brutal, but I only took that cap because I didn't want blue capping the tip.
Yeah. I hear you.
I would definitely have capped Georgia, should the turn order have been different.
I believe Chad Carter now has troops equal to everyone else. So that is all she
He's got great mechanics in this game.
Oh yeah, Chad's a top player.
Yeah, he's got great mechanics.
And
is he gonna roll my 16?
Wait, what? Why are you stepping off? You want to give me a cap? Why? I don't get it.
He's trying to give it to me, but you're more than welcome to take it because.
Oh, I'm going to take it. No.
Yeah, you should.
There's zero chance of me not taking it, but like, I just don't know what to do. There's nothing to do here.
I think he's looking to kill you.
That's fine. That's okay. I accept. Listen. You can't win them all, right?
Yeah, you definitely cannot win them all.
I've been far too interested in winning for far too long. Marin just beat should have dialed a while ago. Fuck off. I should never have died a while ago, sir. I should live forever.
I've seen that too.
We cannot kill the streamer. That's funny. Hey, are you interested in answering a couple of podcast guest questions?
Of course.
All right. We have one from Johnny 007.
Okay.
Of the content creators, who least would you want in your Alcatraz lobby, randomly in a public match?
Vampire Chicken.
Because he's so unbelievably talented?
Because this guy can win 4% cap rolls.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that. Did you see that video where he?
Oh, I didn't. No, I didn't click on it, but it's very unlikely, right? Yeah.
My God. He won. He got trapped beautifully by his opponent in what the hell is the map called? Supermax Prison. He got trapped behind a capital. The opponent holds the whole board. He's caught behind their cap. He's got a 4% roll to hit their cap. He wins the 4% roll with 200 troops left over somehow, and he cap runs. It was the most incredible thing I've ever seen. It was absolutely the most incredible thing I've ever seen.
And you say that with only a small note of envy.
Yeah. Because I'm not later. Come on. I'm not winning any 2% cap rolls.
Never?
Anytime soon. No.
Not even once out of every 50 times you try.
I think the best roll I ever had was I got trapped in class I think it was Progressive Capitals on Classic, and I had a 16% roll to get out of it, and I got out of it. But that's like I was forced to take a 16% roll, and I won.
Feels good.
Yeah, it feels amazing.
And
it's the best feeling ever. You're like,
YouTube.
I'm a god.
Does it not?
I'm an absolute god.
That's right.
If I can do that.
Your hero.
Yeah. So yeah, bring on the questions. I love them.
Okay. And then the alternative to that is, who would you want the most in your Alcatraz lobby?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Who would I want the most in my Alcatraz lobby?
Someone who's going to work with you but not beat you, I guess.
Of all the content creators, I think I'd want you.
Thank you.
Not because you're
I played
bad.
predictably.
No, not because it has nothing to do with your skill level in the game.
Okay.
It's because I know you don't like Alcatraz, and I will just troll you. I will cucaracha you. I will, you know what I mean? And I'll make it fun.
It would be fun.
It has nothing to do with your. I don't think you're a bad player, but I don't know. I would choose you.
I accept.
All right.
I accept. This is a fun one. I think I'm going to answer it too, but I want to hear what you say first. What would be the top 3 things you would tell someone to do if they came to Canada?
Oh wow. Number 1, don't go to Winnipeg in the winter.
Yep, I buy
And
that.
it's funny, like I had a buddy that I worked with from Toronto who recently he reached out to me and he said, "Hey man, he said, "Hey man, I'm in Winnipeg randomly. I'm, what is there?" And it was like, this was recently. It was like 2 weeks ago, and he's like, "Can you recommend anything that I want to do? I should do?" And I said, "Yeah, you should. You should leave.
You should leave immediately."
And he's like, "It's cold as hell here. It was minus 45.
Oh yeah.
No, but in all honesty, Winnipeg's a great place. It's a great. It's
For sure.
it's still somewhat affordable. It's still somewhat affordable. There's lakes in every direction. There's an NHL hockey team. It's actually not as bad as it sounds.
Since
and
when?
It's just they bought about 12 years ago. They bought the I forget which team it was they bought. I think it was the I think it was the Thrashers. Yeah, they bought the Thrashers. So they sold their old team like when I was 15 and I was heartbroken. I'm not a hockey guy anymore. I don't watch sports, but I used to be into sports. I couldn't give 2 shits anymore. But we lost the team to Phoenix when I was 15 and I was heartbroken. But they bought they bought the NHL back to Winnipeg, and it's one of the best things that's ever happened to the city.
For sure.
Top 3 things to do in Canada. It's go see the Rockies.
Yep.
Go see the coast. Go to BC. Go hiking in BC. Go to the Okanagan Valley. I'm not gonna say stuff like go to the CN Tower. Go to Niagara Falls. The last place I would send someone if they came to Canada is go check out Niagara Falls, Ontario.
Because it's touristy.
Nothing. Because it's like you're in Vegas or something. You know what I mean? It's.
Yep. Sure. It's not really Canada. It's
not really Canada.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, let's roll this 23. Let's see what.
Not bad. Not a bad roll.
Yeah. Go see the beauty. So here's a fun fact about Canada. Canada has more freshwater lakes than the rest of the world combined.
Yeah. By area, right?
No, by number of lakes.
Okay.
By number of individual lakes. We have 2.2 million freshwater lakes in Canada alone. The rest of the world is something like 1.8 million. I forget the exact numbers, but it's something like that. It's we just have the most vast country in the world. It's insane, and there's just so much beauty to go and check out. And that's what I would recommend them do is just don't go to Niagara Falls. Don't go to the CN Tower. Go, or if that's your thing, if you're in Toronto, if someone says in Toronto, "Hey, what do you want to do in Toronto?" I'd be like, "All right, let's go. Let's hit some awesome restaurants. Let's do stuff like that because Toronto has one of the best culinary scenes in the world.
Yeah,
one of the best culinary scenes in the world.
We are a very cosmopolitan city, so I don't think we are an exemplar for Canada. by any means, but one of the very coolest things about Toronto is you can get a really good, authentic meal from just about any culture in the entire
Any
world.
culture.
It's going to be
Absolutely.
great. So
Absolutely.
that's up there for me, right? I was obviously going to speak about the nature as well. Canada has massive nature, not just in terms of scope, but in terms of variability. So yeah, the Rockies, we got both oceans, right? We got the East Coast, the West Coast. Ontario's not actually up there in the same way as far as nature goes, but
Northwestern Ontario is
northwestern,
the Canadian Shield,
like up by Manitoba,
from Sudbury
yeah,
to Kenora, Ontario. It's absolutely breathtaking. It's unbelievably beautiful, and there's stretches of the Trans Canada Highway where you'll drive for 3 hours and not see a town. You know what I mean? That's Ontario is
still a part of the country I have to check out. I've been to
absolutely. You should. Every person from Ontario should explore the Canadian Shield.
I've missed Manitoba. I've never been to Manitoba. I went to Saskatchewan, Alberta, and BC, but I never seen Manitoba. So that's
I don't know if Black's listening, but they said something to me, and I didn't see what they said. So if you're listening, Black, I need you to repeat what you said, please. Oh, I just deleted a 69 cap.
Oh.
So yeah, that's one. Like, go see the lakes. Like, you know, do. There's you don't need me to figure out what to do. Just avoid the tourist traps because they're terrible. They really are terrible.
All right, final question from Johnny is: your life is on the line. You get to pick one video game to 1v1 someone in, and you have to win to save your life. What are you picking?
Okay, I don't know the exact version of the game, but for the PlayStation 2, this is a really, really weird one. There was a game called Need for Speed 2 or Underground or something.
Okay.
Where there was a drag race portion of the game where you do like a just a 1 mile drag race or something, and you have to shift and everything, and you have to time your shifts and all this stuff. When I was living with a bunch of dudes in Mississauga, we played this game, and I just absolutely crushed them. Like, they were always like a half second behind me at the end, and I don't know what it was, but I can't explain why I was so good at this game, but I was unstoppable to the point where they stopped playing. They wouldn't play me anymore because it
wasn't fun for them.
Wasn't fun for them, yeah. I know that's really out there. There's other video games that I'm good at, like, you know, like 007 GoldenEye I used to be really good at. I've recently discovered that my skills are lacking now.
Is that because you pick Odd Job like Kyle, or?
I only picked Odd Job to troll you guys. I don't know. But yeah, that's my answer. That's the one game I can remember where it's just like I was unstoppable.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Need for Speed. And it was very simple. It was just a drag strip, you know, and you just had to time your shifts perfectly. What about you?
Ooh. I mean, I would say the best video game I'm at is Risk. And that's obvious.
Okay.
I don't really I'm okay at stuff.
But do you 1v1?
Yeah. Well, you know, to be honest with myself, I'm an okay 1v1er, but I'm certainly not the best. I'm not I'm a good 1v1er compared to, you know, a good or an average Risk player. But I'm a shit 1v1er compared to top 1v1ers. That's how I think about myself. I'm a fine 1v1er. It's just not the part of the game that I like or excel at, right?
Yeah.
The part of the game that this is the part of the game where we are thinking about not just the numbers and the probability of the rolls and the positioning and the strategy, but we're also trying to model, well, what does Chad want right now? You know, what does Digi want right now? And how do I allow that thing that he wants to occur such that I still establish, maintain advantage, eventually navigate to victory? That's the question that interests me about Risk. And
no, for sure.
It really is something that, like you said it too in the answer to the bio question. I said, if someone asked you if you were good at Risk, how would you answer? Go right ahead.
Very good question. And So the way I would answer that is I wouldn't say that I'm a good all-round, all-encompassing risk player. There's parts of the game that I'm actually not very good at. Like zombies, for example. I just like you know, and there I would actually name specific parts of risk that I think that I'm good at. And I think I'm really good at classic fixed. And I think that's because I don't know what Black said to me again because I wasn't looking. I focus my game on the psychological aspect, and I've heard you talk about the psychological aspect of this game, and I think that's I don't know what you're saying, Black. I'm just gonna stare at his icon. I think that it's completely it's not given enough attention by most players. Is like let's take the 3-player endgame in classic fix. I think that's one of the hardest things in Risk to get good ROI from.
I am so shitty at the 3-player endgame in classic fixed. And you're claiming to be something this is something you think you're good at. So please teach me. I want to know what I'm missing. I suck in that exact scenario. And I've always
the
sucked.
Psychology aspect of it. It starts from the first turn.
Sure.
There's things that you do with players and in the beginning of the game
influence what happens
can
later,
affect the psychology of how they treat you in the 3-player endgame.
Absolutely.
And so you have to manage your alliances. You have to, do sneaky little things that, that help players out, like, roll out a 2 in Australia for a guy, and, that can come and pay dividends down the road in the 3-player endgame. Maybe this guy gets bored and decides he's just going to feed the game and go for second, and he chooses you for first because you are a homie or stuff like that. And it's not really something you can teach. You know what I mean? It's weird. It's just something that I find that I just kind of naturally understand. Like, I'm always focused on what people are. I base my game in classic fixed and other modes, but mostly classic fixed. I'm always trying to put myself in every player's shoes.
Yeah, which is absolutely the highest skill in this game, right? The better you can empathize with what your opponent wants, the better you can actually predict, the better you can communicate. It exactly what you're saying, right? Pays dividends and then some. Like, I think, I will go out on a limb here and tell me what you think, but I think that one of the big reasons why I struggle with the 3-player endgame is there is no logic to it that results in a board position
Correct.
that argues for why you should win the game. Right? The
Correct.
logic of the 3-player endgame is always recursive, right? If I hit this guy and they hit me, we lose, the other guy wins. If I hit this
Correct.
guy and they hit the other guy and the other guy hits me, then we loop back around to the initial position. So the fact that it's inherently illogical is something I struggle with. And then the other part is I hate being at a disadvantage. Right? I don't like being bullied. So I very often take second in the scenario. Because someone hits me and I go, fuck them.
It's so easy to bite. It's so easy to bite and take second in the 3-player endgame.
Right.
And this is the thing about the 3-player endgame. It 9 out of 10 times your generation is almost irrelevant, because the only way you can win this game is if you're player A, you need a third-party event to occur. You need B to attack C, or you need C to attack B.
Okay.
And you have to make that happen. It doesn't matter that you're getting an extra 5 troops per turn, because you're never generating enough that you can just suddenly murder both of these players, right? Because you can't put the game out of balance and expect the other 2 players just to allow that to happen until you just sweep them up, right? They're going to rebalance the game in the 3-player endgame. So you have to make make another event occur, and that's how you win. And I think one of my greatest accomplishments in this game is getting into the top 50 deep in a season, playing only classic fixed and open lobbies. So that's novices allowed. Novices are the hardest to read. Yeah. They're the hardest to read, but you can read them. And like, like hell hath no fury like a novice Risk player scorned. And if that happens, if you scorn a novice, you better figure out a way to get them off your radar, and quickly. Because novices don't care about the ranking system yet.
Yeah,
They don't give a shit.
They don't just fuck you because fuck
They
you.
will.
Yeah.
They will stick it in you
Yeah.
and leave and take fifth and not care, right?
Very
So
good point. Very good
like
point. I think
it's
the takeaway I'm absorbing from your point here is that the reason I struggle with the 3-player scenario has to do with my natural play style not working. And I think you're absolutely right, and I've never thought about it this way. I think this is extremely insightful. That
I think you find yourself in the 3-player game with too many enemies.
well, I was going to say
I
find myself at advantage, and I expect that advantage carries over, and it doesn't. Right? The advantage holding advantage at that point ceases to matter. So I'm paying attention to something, and I'm prioritizing something that doesn't matter.
Yeah, that I can see that.
Yeah.
Or maybe you go into the 3-player game a lot, and you have two opponents that
hate me.
that hate you, and that's a problem.
Or even fear me.
You'll never win a 3-player game if both of your opponents hate you.
Unless you can kill one and then survive the other, which is how I often win these games, and that's why these games agree with me, at least as far as being more consistent than Classic Fixed. Because I can usually, when I'm in a scenario here, I'm either in a 3-player endgame where I'm able to hold both off at the same time because I'm just so fast and big, or I choose who. I wait until someone breaks. I hold board advantage, wait until someone breaks me, and then they get third. And then I win the other guy in a 1v1 at a slight disadvantage that I can usually come back from skill. And that is the key difference between these settings and Classic Fixed in a way that agrees with my playstyle. But I'm definitely going to listen to this and think about it and try and implement what you're talking about in that 3-player scenario, because I know it's a weak spot in my game, and I do want to kind of shore it up.
No, for sure. Now, there is another side to Classic Fix. There is an objective side to the game where a lot of kind of less experienced players don't see win plays that they have, where you wouldn't believe, well, you would, but I'm just talking the general you would not believe how many times in Classic Fixed you'll be in a 3-player endgame, but you'll have the win because one player, and they're all big, we're all big players, one player traps their army for a turn, and you can just murder the other player and take a 70% hit on your troop count, block the player that trapped their stack for one turn.
Yeah.
And that's enough.
Yeah.
And you retain attacker's advantage. And when they fortify their stack out, you go around their stack, take all the territory, and then you smash their shit. You wouldn't believe how many Classic Fix games I've won doing that. I'll get,
This is a Phil play. The first time I've ever seen anything like that. It's like that stuff Phil would do.
And I actually learned that from Phil.
Yeah, okay.
And I've put my own flavor on it.
Definitely.
And it actually, Phil is the guy that made me the Classic Fix player that I am today.
Oh yeah.
Because he made me not just assume that killing B will make me lose to C. Because I've like today, I just recorded a video where I had 70 troops. The white player trapped their stack with 68 troops in Australia. The purple player had 60 troops, was on 5 cards. I killed the purple player. I don't want to ruin the game, but put 2 blockers up and put myself in a winning position. Unfortunately, the white player had a set on 3, a 10 trade, and was able to break through my block. But when I first started playing Classic Fixed, I would have thought you're crazy to even consider that wouldn't be a Sioux play. But it's not. So there is an objective skill to the game as well, where the numbers are actually, and attacker's advantage and positioning are in your favor.
Yeah.
So it's the thing I love about Classic Fixed. I think it's the core game in Risk. It combines the psychology, the number crunching, the risk management, and positioning, and it's a beautiful game.
You know how younger folks specifically you probably get a demographics of your audience, and it certainly skews younger than us. But younger folks will look at classic fixed as boring, and I think that's very much to the point that we're talking about. It's like you just aren't seeing the interesting part.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just not visible.
Like Pete, I will sit in a classic fix game trading cards for 50 minutes, knowing that we're gonna get to that 10-minute part where the game is phenomenal. Like it's like you find that one kill spot where you can make like you've taken a predatory position and you're waiting for this one thing to happen. I need that pink player to trap their stack. Please trap their stack. Trap your stack. You trapped his stack. Let's go.
Yep.
Maybe it took 30 minutes to get there, and then you just come out firing and you put a lock on the game and you checkmate the game. It's the best feeling, and it's worth the wait. It's absolutely worth the wait. Yeah, and I get it. There's a lot of classic fix games that nothing happens and it gets dull, blah 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 blah, and like you got to take the good with the bad. But hey, so let's talk about this game. What is going on? Nothing, right?
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Something will. So the 4-player end game now. Chad has allowed, in his good graces, Chad has allowed the table to catch up.
I'm the fish.
No, you're not the fish.
You're bigger than me.
I've been bigger than you for a long time.
Yeah, you've been bigger than me for 20 rounds. I know.
No, Chad was very nice. Chad was very nice to me, and he said, we're going to keep this one going for a bit. We're not going to let Marin Brandbat decide who wins the game. That's for sure. Okay, now you're getting bored. All right, Chad, if you're getting bored, you do your thing, sir. You do your thing.
Hey, let's start a war.
With who,
let's
though?
Start a war.
I like all of you people.
I'm going to tell green to attack red. I'm going to tell red.
No.
I'm going to tell red to attack black.
No.
I'm going to tell green to attack me.
That's not starting a war. That's just making a mess. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just joking around.
I would also like to make a joke. Who deserves to win this game?
Nobody.
Exactly. That's quite the problem too.
Nobody deserves to win this game.
Yeah. Okay. So, question from Mallory. This is for Digitallic. Outside of Risk or content creation, is there something you're particularly proud of that you'd like to share?
Oh, good question.
Yeah,
the questions like these, it's like I know there's something, but I know that my brain is you know what I mean? Like,
well, my read on you is the reality is probably more than something, right? That sounds like there's a lot of things. You've done a lot in your life. You've lived a long time. You have a lot of experiences. What is something that you're particularly proud of to say right now?
Honestly, it's that software that I wrote that I told you about, the thing that crawls through databases and de-identifies data. Like that was like probably one of my flagship accomplishments in my career. I'm sure there's a bunch of stuff that I'm forgetting about. Maybe it's all small stuff, but that for me was something that made me feel successful, and it had nothing to do with the money.
Yeah.
It just made me it was an accomplishment of something that I was unbelievably proud of. I loved flying. I loved demoing it and all this stuff. Unfortunately, I got bought out of it, and it got managed poorly and I remained part of it, but I lost control of it. But I sold control of it, and it went in a direction that I disliked, and I think it was I'm not going to get into those details, but so it doesn't really exist anymore, right? But I would say that was probably one of my most, and it's funny, no one knows about it. No one knows, like, oh hey, this piece of software that was written by this, no one knows. But it doesn't matter. No one needs to know. It's about me, right? It's about my accomplishment, and
I think
something that
part of giving our creation to the world. At least with YouTube, your face and your voice are there, but part of just giving our creative ideas to the world is the understanding that I don't know that I have any ownership really of my own ideas. They seem to come to me, and they seem to go just as easily. So what other people do with your thoughts, you can't control. So
Yeah.
you really just have to let it
Correct.
happen. Yeah. And sometimes it doesn't go in the direction you want it to go in. But it really sounds like from talking to you that you you never struggled materially.
No.
Yeah, you've been a person whose battles have been fought a lot more in say the spiritual.
Yeah, no, that's a fair assessment. Like, you know, I come from a slightly privileged background, and on that, like, I've had a lot of opportunities in my life that a lot of people don't have, right? But it's and a lot of people might say that I've squandered a lot of them, but it's honestly, if I could go,
you get to measure yourself. You get to decide that. No one else gets to
if
tell
I
you
could
that.
do it all over again,
Yeah.
none of that stuff matters. It, like, obviously I would buy Bitcoin, and I would invest in Amazon and Tesla if I could go back and do it all over again. But it's,
I had Amazon and Tesla shares, and then I got divorced. So
yeah, oh yeah.
If I could do it all over, would I make the same decisions? Absolutely, though, because it made me who I am, and I like myself, right?
I had some Bitcoin up until it hit 40,000 US, and then I sold it.
Okay.
Because I had to. I needed the money, and like everyone's like, oh man, you must regret that. I don't regret it at all.
No,
because
I
know
money.
that I had to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I needed the money. I absolutely needed it. And it doesn't. Like, I wouldn't change. Like, I wouldn't change that path if I could. It's just something. It is what it is. You know. And it's funny. I sold it at 40K, and it hit 65 like a month later, and now it's 100 and whatever. And it's but it's so weird. It's like the most. It's just this intangible pulses of electricity that have this value in our, you know.
Do you know the term intersubjectivity?
What a weird world we're living in
philosophy. Intersubjectivity.
No.
Okay, so
no, I don't.
It's fairly easy to understand. If you think of something objective, right, as the object that exists independently of any observer, the subjective experience of the object is your opinion, your viewpoint, how you experience. So a table exists. The objective table simply is, right? The subjective table is your experience of the table. The intersubjective is the fact that you and I agree that it is a table. So intersubjective things are require two subjects, right? Require you, me. Sorry, I guess it requires three. You, me, and the thing. And we all have to agree. And when we do that, this is kind of the key to what makes humanity special and amazing and different than most other animals. We are able to harness our intersubjectivity. We're able to use language to agree and coordinate.
Interesting.
Yeah, and the reason I think this is interesting is because the intersubjectivity problems arise all the time. And I actually think a lot of what is happening in our public conversations these days are due to kind of this breakdown in our ability to speak to each other. At least our ability to speak to each other intelligently. Is he going for it? We're going to see some action? All right, action time. I'm down with this.
I'm down with this too. Let's go. Let's get it on. I'm so down. Or, you know what I could also do, Pete?
Tell me.
I could just crouch up into a little ball and just stay on my capital.
Yeah, I mean, you could. And it looks like he's not going to be opening your capital, so. Sure would be a shame if someone else were to do that.
It sure would.
Oh, wow. Did he just smack a bunch of your troops, did he?
Yeah, he did.
How do you feel about that?
I don't feel good about it at all.
Wow. Is that the very move you were talking about? How you can hit someone and they can't necessarily retaliate right away? Oh, shit.
Oh, I just got true randomed.
It happens.
All right, I guess we're going to war.
Oh, yes, we are. And it's going to be fun.
Yeah, no, it is going to be fun. So, any more questions from that list?
We got a ton of questions. Mallory, in addition to asking about your pride, would like to know what made you decide to start a YouTube channel? It's a great question.
I think we talked about that already. For me, it was I just want. Oh, look at this! I'm getting targeted. I just want to. I wanted to try something. Like I just wanted to, I just wanted to try it. That's it, and see if I liked it. And it was just curiosity. And I thought, even if it doesn't succeed, if nothing good happens, if nothing good happens, well, I mean, if it's not successful, at least I'll have learned something and added something to my repertoire, and I could add a skill set. Was basically it. So that's why I did it, and yeah, loving it. Okay, my cap is open, but I can only really hit you or. Oh, I guess I can go around. I'd have to open Black's cap. Yeah,
okay.
That's it. That's my answer. I just wanted to try something different. I had a webcam and I had an internet connection. And I had a line on a green screen. So here we are.
Has it surprised you?
Yeah, it has. It really has.
Oh, he tried to stir it up. And now he's turtling up. Oh, crap. Oh, goodness. I wonder if your decision to pick a turtle cap might have been one of those long cons after all.
Well, keep opening my cap and see what happens, Pete.
You're going to keep using it. All right, I'm down.
Yeah, just keep opening it, and we'll. I'm obviously not going to win this game.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Now, if you want to open it from the other side, I wouldn't be totally against it. Oh, he's
going to block
Why
you.
is he what? This is hilarious. Yeah, that's basically it. I don't really have a real answer to that. I just wanted to try it. I wanted to try something different, and I never expected it to progress into what it is today. But it has, and there are a lot of risk content creators out there. I'm not sure if you realize how many new people we have on the scene.
I try to keep my finger on the pulse a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an honor. These folks that I don't know would have never maybe even thought it was possible. Like, that's cool to me to stretch the limit of what is even possible.
No, for sure. And I think it was November of last year when my channel went crazy. Like I went from, that 48-hour number ticker that you have that tells you how many views you had in real time in the last 48 hours.
Yep.
That went from like 10,000 for me. It went to like 40K in a matter of 4 days. And then I started getting 500 subscribers per day. And I didn't even know how to handle it. I didn't even know what to even think of it. It was one of the craziest things that I've ever experienced. I'm gonna get blocked here.
I don't think you are.
Okay, you're not gonna allow it.
No, I mean, I can help you to an extent, right? But
yeah, I hear you.
Why would they want to block you?
I'm helping you.
You're the best.
Because he knows which way I'm about to go.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I see. He's blocking me from reopening. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. One thing I do
how's
see...
my 1-800? How's my pathing? Not the greatest.
Another thing I do see about these settings that's nice and consistent is
I guess I could
the guy who blinks first often loses. Like Black here, Marin blinked, now he's done, right? Black here kind of ran through his patience. And like,
there you go, buddy.
you know how fraught and frustrated the conversation in Twitch, on Reddit, in comments about it's X person's job to progress the game or something, right? Why aren't they willing to progress the game?
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Because it's I always find it kind of funny how it's a consistent, from my viewpoint, misunderstanding that it's ever anyone's job.
I agree with you. It isn't really anyone's job. But when I say it's this person's job to progress the game, what I'm really talking about is they're in the best position to progress the game. But they don't have to do anything. There's no rule that says that you can't just sit on your plus 12 and hold a honey pot for 6 hours. Right?
Right.
Pete, I need you more than ever here, buddy.
I hear that. I hear that. We did all right. Could have been better.
We did all right.
Could have been better. I think we lose this game, Digi. I
think we do lose this game. I'm trying to help you win here. Oh my God, you're weak.
Yeah, it's fine.
I think Green is going to win after all.
I think we're both. It's fine. He deserves it. Chad's a good dude.
Yeah, Chad does deserve it. I mean, I'm just hitting shit now. I'm like one of those noobs that just likes, those noobs you get in the game that they just like punching territories. That's all they're there for.
The clicking buttons type guy.
Yes, he just wants to hit territories. I'm that guy right now.
Well,
I'm literally that guy right now.
I just want to
punch
bearing
shit.
witness to the death
and
doom.
Well, I mean, I can help you here.
Sure.
With Chad.
You could. But it would come at great cost.
It would come at great cost.
It would come at great cost.
1-800, how are my dice?
Oh, your dice are amazing. What do you mean? Never deny.
You know I'm rolling that one. I'm rolling that 121 right now.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Okay.
All right, wish me dice.
Whoa!
Those dice are terrible.
They weren't great. They weren't the best.
I lost 69 on a 57.
Oh boy.
There. I'm helping you out, bud. I'm dead.
Oh, it might be too little,
but
too
don't
late
care.
for us.
I'm just like it's
not
always about winning. It's not always about winning.
No, it's not. Hey, Chad. How do you feel about this?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I feel like I'm faltering a bit on these questions. I'm not as prepared as I'd want to be.
You don't have to be prepared.
Oh my.
You can just be yourself.
Give Chad a heart. I love you, buddy.
I gave him one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like I'm about to die, but I'm going to enjoy watching you guys play this out in the 3-player endgame.
Yeah.
It's pretty balanced. I rebalanced the game for you.
Thank you. Your sacrifice
you're very welcome.
It's not in vain.
It's too bad Chad goes right after me, so I can't feed my cards to somebody else.
I cannot.
Black probably kills me here and takes my 4 cards.
Yeah, I mean, it's just safer to not have you on the board, right?
Oh, absolutely. No, I would kill me here too.
I would kill me. GG, man. Oh, that was a roll. That was a roll. 43 out of 30 cap.
That's insane. Dude, I lost 69 on a 67 stack.
Yeah.
On a world dom stack.
Yeah, true.
All right, Pete, I want to watch you win this.
From here? I could talk about my thoughts, but then we'd have to boot Chad from the VC.
Yeah. All right, I get to spectate at least.
Yes, you do. I like your answer for this question, so I'll ask it again. What makes you special?
Yeah, what makes me special is, I think it's the way I approach like challenges in life. Is I love to think outside the box, and I think I like to do things differently, and I like to do things that someone would question. Why are you doing like that? Something like that. I get this on my YouTube channel all the time. Like, why did you do this? Why didn't you take that bonus? Why didn't you know? And I think what makes me special is just my drive to do things differently, and not necessarily find a different way to do things. Like I'm actually looking for a different way to do things. I like to train my mind to see the world differently, if that makes sense, and approach problems differently, if that makes any sense at all.
Differently than who?
Say that what?
Differently than who?
Different than the norm of what they expected. Like, that's one thing I love about Risk, is that there's only one way. There's not only one way to skin a cat. There's sometimes, yes, you'll find yourself in a situation where there's an objectively correct play, but I find that that's very rare. I find that on your path to that spot there's 7 billion different ways of doing something, and it's sometimes I like to try the unexpected. Yeah, I get it. I also sometimes like to just turtle and take card and pass. But, I like it when I do something it's someone just says, why the hell did you do it like that? And sometimes I'm totally wrong. Like, I get that too. Someone say, hey, maybe you should have, card blocked this player or blah, 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 blah. And it's like, oh yeah, I actually probably should have done that. I would say, yeah, that's what makes me different. No, maybe not special, just makes me different, is that I think I like to go against the grain a lot, if that makes any sense.
A related question then, to me would be, what do you do, or how do you respond to folks who might not be very nice to you, given that you've now been putting your voice out there for public consumption for a while?
Okay, well, I used to just ignore people that did that, and I still do ignore people that are just that give like that will like write out like a mean comment, or like a Karen comment or something, you know what I mean? But I've actually, and I'm a big free speech guy. But I've changed recently, and I've actually started removing people from the channel that just, it's not that I don't like the criticism, it's just that I just don't want that energy in my channel. I don't want people bringing that energy, because there's a way to tell me I did something incorrectly and not be a complete asshole about it. And it goes against my kind of my ideology to do stuff like
I don't
that.
think it does at all. I think it's a very important thing to consider, that while you respect, admire, and require an environment where free speech is possible, that YouTube isn't that. Right?
No,
we are limited by what we can say, by the advertiser-friendly guidelines, not by the law, but by what the people who are willing to pay us will allow us to talk about. And given that limitation, I feel absolutely zero responsibility to uphold an unrealistic standard for people who would use my platform to, as you said, send me vibes that I don't want to have to deal with. Yeah. Do you think that's a reasonable response?
Absolutely. And it's not that I'm like, oh, I just like I want to stuff out your free speech. I just don't want your energy in the channel. I just, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like it's I don't want that vibe. I'm like, sorry, man. It's nothing personal to the person who says that comment. I have no dislike for the person personally. I just don't think that my channel is the correct place for you if you're going to act like that.
You don't know them at all. Yeah.
And like, it's another thing too, is sometimes you'll get someone who will send me a comment like, "Oh, I hate your channel. I hate the way you play Risk." and it's like, I'm not bothered by that. I'm not bothered by that, man. But it's like, why exactly? Why are you even writing the comment? Why just leave, bro? I have nothing. There's nothing.
You know why, right? There is an arrogance associated with people who think they're right.
I don't care. Like,
I think I'm so right that I'm not going to listen to your opinion or evidence that might show me I'm wrong, and B, I would like to let you know that I have this opinion because I assume you care. Right? Is that basically the mentality?
It's something like that. Like, I was recently live streaming on YouTube, and we were having a fun time. I was with the chat, it was going well, and there was this one user that was just like sending messages like over and over, like really aggressive messages, like, the reason you're losing right now is because you did this, and they just kept sending like all these things, and it's just like, but dude, I don't give, like, go away, like, sorry man, like, I just go away, dude, like it's like, why are you here?
The reason
you don't like
you're losing might be elusive to you, and I'm smarter than you, and I feel like you should know.
And I have no skill in giving you constructive criticism.
No, I like that.
Hey,
I like that a lot. I like the arrogant audacity of this mindset. It's
just that I don't want that arrogance in my channel, because sometimes I pretend to be arrogant just to kind of, because I'm a content creator. Sometimes I take an arrogant tone just to like spice up the channel and the content, right? But I'm not an arrogant guy. I don't give a shit if someone beats me. You know what I mean? And I do actually love feedback, and that's one of the reasons why I started the channel, is because one of the reasons, and I didn't touch on this before, is I wanted people to critique my game. But like, I had a guy say that my channel was boring, and the other day, I never banned this guy because I'm like, sure, it's boring, fine, but it's like, why do you have to announce that? Why not just go? It doesn't affect, like, why does it have such an effect on you?
The breakup letter.
I'm
unsubbing, and here's why.
Like, there's a couple content creators out there that I don't like their content. I'm not into it. It doesn't really do it for me. I don't tell them that I don't like their content. I just don't watch their content.
I think they're boring.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Now we're doing the 2 bombs. Okay, I started the 2 bombs process.
Yeah, we're doing 2 bombs.
All right.
Oh, but yeah, so I mean, I forget what the original question was, but yeah, how do you handle people being mean? It's water off a duck's back for me. But I have started removing from the channel just to keep the vibe going good. It's not that I don't like, but I'll definitely leave constructive criticism, 100%. Like, it would take a lot for me to actually remove you from your ability to communicate on my channel.
Oh, so I'm the total opposite. I almost never remove a comment without removing the person.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And
interesting.
My thought process is that I make it very clear sort of what the acceptable type of discourse I'm looking for is, right? I often remind folks, if you're gonna try and use the comments effectively, edit for clarity, brevity, and coherence. And people do not do this online, and if you do this, it will serve you well. Edit for clarity, brevity, and coherence. Use less words than you were thinking about using. Take a breath. Read what you said. Make sure what you said makes sense. Right? It's not.
And holy shit.
Yeah. Assume the other person cares enough to read it. Go ahead.
My biggest pet peeve for commenters is leave a fucking timestamp,
Ooh.
please.
See, that doesn't peeve me. I just ask them. I'm like, if you want me to answer
I
this,
ask
I
them.
would, but please timestamp. So I know what the
I don't go Karen on them, but I do. I just respond timestamp ? Because it's like, dude, I'm pumping out 2 videos per day. Some of them are an hour and a half long,
and we recorded months ago.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. For me, it's usually my content's never longer than 3 weeks old. But still, I don't know the specific situation you're talking about. Can you please just type in a timestamp? That's all I ask, and I'll just click on the timestamp. Oh yeah, you're right. I fucked up there. That was what I did was dumb, and
that was dumb. Oh no.
Yeah, I totally missed the red kill. I'm an idiot. Why did I see that? You know. And that's the other thing. I say this on my channel. I don't create content. I'm not teaching people how to play Risk. And I say this all the time. I'm not trying to teach you how to play the game because I'm not in a position. I can't claim to be someone who can teach this game. I'm just showing you my perspective on the game. And if someone asks me, hey, how do I get better at this game? And I always answer this the same way. I say, practice.
Yeah.
Watch every single content creator, all the GMs, and take little bits and pieces from what you learn, put them in a pot, add your own spices, and make your style. Don't listen to one don't be like, oh, Digi does this in this position, that's what you should do. Hell no. No, you don't need to bot farm to win a progressive capitals game. It's not necessary.
How about that?
Super fun.
Like
it's super fun when 2 players card block you, and they can't, and you just start farming cards off a bot in Australia. It's fun as hell because they don't know what to do.
They're fucked.
Like, yeah, and that's like, I mean, I've had people offer. They're just like, hey, man, can you? I'll pay you to teach me how to play. Nope, I'm not doing that because I don't know how to teach someone how to play the game because.
Well, you demonstrate.
I can demonstrate. Just watch my channel and just practice. That's it. Come up with your own style and flavor because there's like I said, there's 6 billion ways to skin the cat in this game until you get to that part of the game where the objective matters and there is an objective path to closing the game. Like in a 1v1 card block in Progressive Capitals on the classic map. There does come a time when to progress the game, you either have to wait for your opponent to quit or you have to card block them, right? Stuff like that.
Chad appears to be losing patience now.
Yeah, no. I mean, I hope we have time for that Toronto GeoGuessr.
Oh yeah, I'm down. This one isn't going to go much longer. Both of these guys are losing patience. Good
man. Don't worry, take your time. I could go on for another 6 hours.
Yeah, that's actually a great question. What is it about you that results in these? I mean, I say this in the nicest way possible. Ridiculous marathons on Twitch. Like, how long you play? Twitch. You play for hours and hours and hours. Right?
I have a very addictive personality.
Okay.
Very addictive personality. And I get hyper focused on something, and that's why I can sit on Twitch and I'll plan to. I'm going to stream for a couple hours, and I will stream for 14 hours.
Is that like an ADHD thing? You say hyper focused? Is that a technical term?
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, I have to be careful about what I talk about around that subject because I do have a certain medical certificate that
Oh, none of my business if it's not appropriate for public consumption. I'm not a nosy man.
I've never been formally diagnosed with anything like that.
Yeah,
but
nor
you
have
could
I.
be dead on balls for sure.
Okay.
But yes, I do stream a lot, and I do have long streams, and I love a stalemate. Like I love when I'm streaming and I get a 5-hour game. I love it. And it's funny, you'd think that the audience would be bored. I put up my biggest viewership numbers during stalemates. my YouTube numbers
that makes sense for Twitch though. Like Twitch people, my girl most recently said something to me about Twitch about how it's just like a balm for loneliness, right? A bunch of lonely guys hanging out. spending time together, and the thing being similar to how the solution in the 3-player endgame might not be to have the biggest troop generation or whatever. The thing that's being done on Twitch might not be the thing that matters about it. Right? It might just be about spending time together.
Yeah, true. But I also think there's something about stalemates that attract a lot of people, and they don't know why they're attracted to the stalemate. I think they have this. They need to know how it ends.
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
the more time you've invested in it, it's like the sunk cost thing. It's like,
Yep.
I need to know. I need to see this through.
That's why they do shitty on YouTube, but they do okay on Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
This is another reason why I've started the second channel, is because I discovered I had such high standards for my main channel because I was looking for a certain type of game with a certain type of length that had a certain type of action. So to generate that content, I found that I was rejecting a lot of videos that I recorded and putting them in a pile of raw files, right?
Yep.
And I found that I actually had a ton of really good content that didn't fit the profile for my main channel. And I instantly sat down, started the second channel, and I scheduled 40 games. Because I just had all these files.
Yep.
And I scheduled 40 games. And my second channel is actually doing really well, Pete.
Oh, there's an audience for that. Absolutely.
For being 6 days in. Let's just let me just take a look at it right now. Yeah. It's my video today already hit 1,000 views. The channel is 5 days old. So that 48-hour number is now 3,309, which for, it's small potatoes, obviously, but for a brand new channel in its first week, fantastic stuff. Oh, it looks like Chad's feeding the game to black.
No, I don't think so. I think he's going to give us a 1v1 here.
Okay. Oh, he's fair. Oh, why didn't I get this courtesy?
He's giving me a slight disadvantage, but he's giving me initiative, which I think is more than enough. But let's see.
He also gave you he gave you a cap and a card.
Yes, he did, didn't he? All right. Well, let's see.
I think you're in a better position this game.
Oh yeah, this seems fine.
But it's true random. You could go for attacker's advantage and get nothing.
Oh, no, I'll be okay.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
I'll be okay, I think. I mean, do I bomb that stack?
Nice roll, dude. You just went 50% positive. Nice roll.
See, I wish I could have hit the 127 as well.
Totally.
But I don't know that was going to do it.
No, I hear you, but you got a lot of value out of the roll you did take.
Okay. Well, let's see. So I have a 50 troop advantage. Yeah, good game, man.
I think he's conceding.
I wonder if you wouldn't try to... I was just conceding? You wouldn't try... Ah,
He's
okay.
conceding.
Okay, GG, man. Well, we got that one, I suppose. GeoGuessr time?
All right. Yeah, GeoGuessr time. I was about to say good game, but you too fast.
Oh, sorry. All right, give me another minute for a little coffee refresh and BRB.
Yeah, no, take your time. Take your time.
All right, and we're back. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is GeoGuessr. Do you want to do the Toronto GeoGuessr?
Yes, please.
Okay.
No move.
No move. So, how do I do that?
No
Click
move.
No move. Okay.
Click no move, but you can pan, tilt, and zoom or whatever, all that stuff.
How do I and the timer you want? What kind of clock are we talking here?
I don't care about the clock. If you want to just put no clock, that's fine, because it's just about when you play no move in Toronto, you're going to get put in residential neighborhoods. So it's not like we need to put a clock on to make it more difficult. The difficulty's there, right? So the way I play GeoGuessr in Toronto, and only in Toronto, is no move. You can pan and zoom, so you can spin around and you can zoom in on the photo that you get. But no, I don't play with a time limit.
Got it.
Because, yeah.
So what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to figure out how to share the screen.
Okay.
Share your screen. There it is. And the screen itself. And we figured it out, and you should be able to see it now.
Where?
In this VC. You click on my icon. You see how it says live? There should be a little box that pops up.
Got it?
Yeah. So,
okay, the box popped up.
Yeah.
But that's all that happened. I don't actually see your screen. Oh, here, I got it. Okay,
you hover over my name? Yeah, nice.
So I'm looking at you, but you're just an icon. I don't actually see your screen. You might have to reshare it.
Yeah, I can close
watch stream. Never mind.
There you go.
Yeah, boom, nailed it. Okay, let's go.
So if I click play, what are we competing? What are we? Are you going to do one, then I do one?
That's up to you. I don't mind either way, or we can just work together on it.
Okay, so this is team. I like that too. So we're going to do team Toronto GeoGuessr, no move.
And I'm getting some feedback on you, by the way.
Oh, that's on your end. Because now you're listening to the VC. I don't know. Actually, you were in the VC before.
What if I mute? Hold on a second.
Oh, good.
I'll just deal with the feedback. It's not a big deal.
Okay, we're going in.
Let's do it.
So, no move. Okay, well,
no move.
That tells us a lot.
Yeah.
That tells us the part
we're
of town.
Probably in the annex.
You like annex for this? Duke of York
Something
Public
of York.
School. Duke of York. What neighborhood is Duke of York? Okay, so you like?
We could also be in Riverdale.
I like annex actually for this a lot.
Look up at that building on the top left.
Which one? That?
Where is that?
Yeah, good question. Duke of York.
Public school.
No move is so much harder, man.
It is, but you'll learn to appreciate. I promise you.
No, I'm already appreciating it. I like getting the answers. Okay, so first things first. These houses are like Victorian or even pre-Victorian. So the age of the area is 120 plus years, and that gives you a very nice, fairly limited part of the city that it could be. As far as what park this is,
you know what that could be?
Tell me.
What's that park north of Bloor Street? I forget the name. It's like at Bloor and like
Christie Pitts.
Christie Pitts. That could be Christie Pitts.
Okay. Do we see a Duke of York around it?
And the Duke of York. There's a pub called the Duke of York at in oh my god, I'm Prince Arthur Street, Prince Arthur Avenue.
Prince Arthur and what?
There's a pub called the Duke of York.
What neighborhood?
In Yorkdale.
Yorkdale.
Kind of west of Avenue Road, north of Bloor.
All right, so
yeah, like you know the Bedford Academy? Bedford and Prince Arthur. There's a Duke of York pub there. But there's probably a Duke of York pub in every single. There's the Duke of York pub. See it?
Oh, I've definitely been there.
Oh yeah. Oh, I've been there too.
All right. Well, like
I don't think we're south of Bloor.
No.
I think it's there's.
I'm looking for this public school. Is what I'm looking for. And the annex is fairly small. There's DuPont. There's Davenport. Village of Yorkville. Yeah, I don't know, man. What do you? Let's go with a pick. Annex?
I mean,
Generic annex?
this could be anywhere, man. This could be somewhere in the beaches. This could be like Regent Park. This could be Little Italy.
Indeed.
It's a tough one. My guess is the annex.
That's fine. Let's see how close we
But
are.
you don't have to go with my guess.
Oh, I'm down with it. Okay, it was south of Dundas, Cabbagetown.
Cabbagetown.
On Pembroke Street.
Okay, I just don't know that school.
Yeah. Gabrielle Roy Elementary School on Pembroke Street. And that was Moss Park coming at it from
Moss
the
Park.
north.
Okay.
All right. And question number 2. It's actually really not that far away.
This is Church Street.
I know where we are. Yep.
Church and Park. Yeah.
The Rabba. The Rabba by,
Yeah, the Rabba.
by
Yeah, I know
Rosedale
exactly
Valley
where.
Road. Yeah, man. All right. We get this
By the
one
Canadian
real quick.
Tire.
Get this
There's a
one
Canadian Tire right around that corner.
The flagship Canadian Tire, right? Right here on Yonge?
Yeah.
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 So Park
You were just there.
And
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, we're about there. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, lovely.
I used to work right like 100 feet from that.
All right. So we're 1 for 2. Question number 3.
We're 1 for 2. But we got 2,500 points for
Oh,
the
we're on
first
the
one.
lake. Come on.
We're on the lake.
The lake. This should be
But
fairly
where on the
easy.
lake?
Well, okay. So CN Tower is fairly
Yeah,
close.
we're east of the CN Tower.
Not much, though, right?
Not much.
East, but not much. And we're on a pier.
But we're not in a pier. We're in a flat.
Okay, we're
Yeah.
not on a pier, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So this would be like a park then, right? So it might be labeled green on the map. CN Tower is here, and then down here. You see what I'm saying? We're
It'll
probably
be along there for sure.
waterfront trail. You think?
Yeah.
All right. And how close are we
yeah.
to either end? Dude, no move is so hard. Why do you do this to yourself? you like you like the added
You will
difficulty,
learn to
eh?
love it. I promise you.
Yeah. No, I mean it's hard. It's just difficult.
Can you read any of those bar signs back there?
Like here?
Yeah, some of those, like, what's that? Something with a W and an E.
Power plant? The power
Yeah.
plant? Union 535?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
the power
I
plant.
think you've
Okay.
nailed it. I think you're exactly where we are.
I think we're pretty good, yeah. Do you want to pin it? Do we like this? Are we happy
I
with
love it.
this? All right, we're putting it in. Boom! Hey.
That's 5,000. Yeah.
Very nice.
Nice work. All right. Question 3.
Question 4 is...
What's question 4?
4-1? No.
What direction are we looking at?
Okay, so we see the Morningside Nielsen.
We're in Scarborough.
We're 2 kilometers east of Morningside. Or rather, the
On the
Morningside
401.
exit on the 401.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if that is...
You're a little east. There's Morningside.
Is there a 4K from Nielsen? Okay, so we're coming at it from this line. Now the other question is, this is an on-ramp. So we're at an
There's
on-ramp.
a bridge.
So we're
There should be a bridge.
here?
Yeah, I think that's it. I think hey, there's the park, Dean Park. That's what we're looking at, I think. Not that, but I think a little bit lower. See, go back. Yeah. See that triangle white space?
Triangle white space. No.
Go down to just go east of where you're like a little bit east. A little
Yeah.
farther. You're
Like
going west.
that.
Go east. You go more. I'd say that we're even farther. Just a little bit.
I see what you mean.
What we're looking at is that white space. Yeah, right there.
I
That's
see
where
what
we
you
are.
mean. Yeah, I agree. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
I think that's a 5K answer right there.
Yeah. Oh!
That's
Ah!
4968.
I wasn't quite far
Oh!
enough.
When-
Nice. It's hard on the 401. That's hard.
Yeah, it is.
All right, final question. We should be able to get this by Hazelwood in Greektown. Hazelwood and Danforth?
We're in the just north
That's
of the Danforth,
Danforth,
I think.
yeah.
We're
Okay.
yeah.
Danforth and
We're
what?
south of the Danforth.
What are we on? Oh, yeah.
Pape, I
okay.
think. Pape.
You think this
Danforth
is Pape?
and Pape.
Pape and Hazelwood?
I think it's Pape.
Let's try it. Is there a Hazelwood?
I know that's Scotiabank. I think my gym's right there. Well, not that I go to the gym anymore.
You don't go to the gym? There it is, Hazelwood. Got it. Got Pape. Very nice. Yeah, man, I got to get back in shape.
No, totally.
You know, I haven't had a drink all month.
Good for you, man.
I'm really looking forward to it being February tomorrow. I haven't had a drink in fucking the entire month, and I am ready to relax.
Hey,
Holy
look
shit.
Look at the score.
Yep.
Dude, that's a fantastic score.
Oh, we're just getting warmed up, right?
For no move.
Dude,
I think anything over 15 is
let's
a good
do one
score.
more. Let's do one more.
Let's do a couple more, man.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. So, this is
There's the
aquarium.
CBC building. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
this
we're
is
on
what,
Front Street.
Yeah, front
Yeah,
and
it's
John.
front.
And Jan.
Front.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's nail it. Where is John, anyways? That's Blue Jay Way front.
There it is. Yeah.
Okay. The park here. And what's on the other side? They were at the corner of a building on the north side. Okay, so
There's
there.
a Starbucks.
Perfect. Right?
Yeah.
Right at the corner of the building.
Yeah, I like it.
And we're on the
Love
south side of the street?
Yeah.
No, we're kind
I
of
like how you pinpoint it.
Kind of well, because you might as well get a perfect score. They're going to penalize you so hard, right?
That flag's wrong. Because we're on the
we're in the
street.
middle of the
That's
I know. It's tough. Oh, did you know? We got burned finally by suburbia.
okay. So the way I approach this is look at the buildings in the background. That's in Etobicoke. I think we're in Etobicoke.
Why?
Style of the house. Flip 180.
Okay, so we're on Floyd. I don't know if you know Floyd, but the address is Floyd.
Oh, 64 Floyd. You know, we could be close to you-ish.
Hmm.
Also, this could be Etobicoke, and it could be somewhere near you.
Yeah,
Look
no,
at that building
agreed.
in the
Like
background.
there are definitely houses like this in my neighborhood. So
Yeah, 100%.
okay, I don't recognize the building. Floyd and what? Do we have a cross even? No, we can't really quite read that.
Oh my god. Let me think.
We were due. We were due to get a suburbia question.
Dude, I nail some of these sometimes.
Floyd and Rayner? Can't quite read it. Badger?
I recognize this neighborhood.
Do you know what school that is?
No, but I recognize this neighborhood.
Okay. Then by all means, guide us to our
We're not in Etobicoke.
Okay. Yeah, I would be thinking more the east side.
I think we're in the East End. I think that building in the background, I think it's on Broadview Avenue.
Okay. Broadview and north of Danforth?
I don't know. North of the Danforth. 100% north of the Danforth.
Floyd. Ha! Get out of here. Floyd and Bader. We got it, dude. We got it. Floyd and Bader. I'm not even, that's 64 Floyd. Oh, look at that. That's amazing.
I'm telling you, man.
You knew it was on Broadview. That's crazy.
So there's a Sobeys.
Yeah.
I drive on the street every single day when I go shopping. If you zoom out, there's a Sobeys just south of there.
That's amazing. Oh wow. I wasn't thinking we were going to get that.
Sobeys?
So
I'm there all the time.
Yeah. Excellent work. Excellent. All right. We are at the corner of Bessborough and something Bellwood? Something
like Leaside.
Leaside, St. Anselm.
Bessborough's in Leaside.
Okay.
So like, you know, Merton Avenue and Millwood and McRae.
Oh, is that Millwood? That's why? Millwood and Bessborough?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that'll be in Leaside,
yeah.
like west of Laird. Yeah, there it is.
Where is the church there? Because I know Millwood jogs around a lot. Where is Bessborough?
Yeah, so does Bessborough.
Oh, great. Okay, there. Bessborough and Millwood. St. Anselm.
Yeah.
Lovely. St. Anselm. All right, and line it up at the corner of the building. Yeah, okay. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah, that's it. We nailed it.
Well, we're doing pretty well this time. Question number 4. Okay. All right, what do we get from this? Lothian Way. Okay, so
there's no curbs.
Etobicoke, right?
Etobicoke.
Yeah.
Etobicoke. Probably.
Lothian.
But
we're not
you know
getting...
what? We could also
Hmm?
be north of the area where Drake lives.
Oh, like Bayview and
Bayview, yeah.
These aren't
but north of it.
No. I know what you mean.
North of it. Yeah.
How far north?
Not 100% sure.
Yeah. Okay. Because I think that these houses...
But it also could be Etobicoke.
So, the 1.5 story on a nice big property that then got knocked down and turned into these, right?
Yeah.
That era of home.
But let me tell you, 9 out of 10 times when there's no curbs, you're in Etobicoke.
Oh, what is this? Is that a home? Is that someone's home? Are those words on the wall?
Yeah, but we can't read them. That's the problem with no move.
It's a school.
Honestly, I think I'm pretty sure we're in Etobicoke. I don't know where though.
I'm down to go.
And it's the no curbs. There are rich neighborhoods like this in Etobicoke.
Oh yeah. So
I'm just saying it could also be north of the bridle path, but
yeah, I would recognize that a bit better. I think, like, I grew up in Thornhill, so coming down Bayview.
Not that far north.
No, exactly. Coming down Bayview a lot though. Like, I would recognize.
Why do rich people always write their address on the front of their house?
They don't want all the service people to get lost. It's helpful to get good quality service. Also,
it's even got those troughs.
The street's a nice grid like that.
I think if you look around Etobicoke, you'll find it.
Lothian.
Don't ask me where though.
Lothian. I'm looking for a neighborhood that has a more or less of a grid. Yeah, but this one really could be anywhere.
You're a little too far, too industrial in that spot.
Too south.
You'd be a little farther north. Yeah, somewhere in like St. George Golf Country Club.
Right, but these streets are curvy, and these streets are not.
That's true.
These streets are perfectly straight with 90-degree cross. So I'm also trying to like figure out, just based on the geez. Doesn't actually look like anything like that, does it? What about Sunny Lee? Also Etobicoke. See, this is why I put a clock on, so I don't get bogged down. Oh, Lothian! Hey, look at that kid! Get out of here! Get out of here! Oh, I love it, dude. Sunny Lee, 63 Lothian. Get out of here. That's awesome. So it kind of like 61. Oh man, knocking it out.
Hey, are we perfect so far?
I think so, yeah. We haven't missed.
Ooh.
Let's not. Last get. Still suburban.
This is going to be tough.
Okay, Royal Construction.
Dirty curbs, lots of trees.
Let's read the building permit. Just for
if you could get in on that building permit, we'd know exactly where we were.
Okay, so 276278, and it looks like a park.
Dead end.
Yeah, so we're at a sort
like
of a
we
cul-de-sac.
could be at a park or a valley.
Right. So you know what this looks like to me? This looks like Southern Scarborough. like by the bluffs.
Oh, like almost like Upper Beaches ish.
Well, but deeper in Scarborough, like out by Warden, like this
Yeah.
part.
Yeah, I got you.
Like this part.
I have no
maybe.
guess.
Where's Warden? Something like
That's Warden right there. Yeah. So Kingston Road and Warden.
maybe not though, because there's no 200 nothing down here, right? These are all low numbers. So, do we fight for that perfect score? How are we going to get it? Without even a street
I haven't gotten a
name.
perfect score. My best score is like 24,960.
Well, that's still very good.
It is very good,
With
but
no move. Like, come on. So yeah, apartment buildings 274, 276. They're not actually apartment buildings. They're like they are
So,
apartment buildings.
look at that. Stay where you are. Go back to that driveway with those tight, like the end, like car width length between the two houses.
Yep.
That tells me East End beaches for
what
sure,
I'm thinking
or where
too.
you're this area.
Yeah,
It's
that's what I'm
very
thinking
common around
too.
there. It's not the only place you'll find that, but it's like, but we wouldn't see a dead end there. We would see. We were looking east too, so we're looking
Yeah.
east at a gorge or something.
East.
Is there like a gorge
That's true. I
with a
want
dead end?
I want a street running east into
Like no, because there'd be a street. We're not going to get it. Well, we might, but this is tough.
very tough. And then the further I go into Scarborough, I don't know. Let's just throw a Hail Mary. What do you like?
I like that area.
How far towards the bluff?
We're going to get a good score no matter what.
You think?
Well, we've got 20,000 points racked up.
You're holding yourself to a no move standard. I like getting perfect answers because I am a tryhard. Could it be Guildwood? Yeah, I don't know. I'm stumped.
I think you have to just point and click.
Okay. Picking around the bluffs. Let's see how close we are. Oof. Not even close.
Where was
Rosedale. What? Rosedale.
Glen Forest Road.
Wow. I would not have guessed Rosedale. So we're at the top of this river. This river must be coming out of sewer here.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Well, Pete, why don't we do one more and wrap it up?
All right, sir. Final attempt.
Unless you want to. Yeah.
No, I'd
Let's
love
go.
to.
We
I'd
can
love
beat
to do
that
one more.
score.
All right. The brick. Which
Okay.
brick?
Dufferin and north of DuPont.
Okay. Is
That's
this Dufferin
Street
saying?
right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are correct.
See it? You can even see the
I
sign
do see
that says
it.
Dufferin.
Yeah, I definitely see it. Dufferin north of DuPont.
I even know it's the name of the street, but it's Dufferin and DuPont.
Geary?
Geary. Yeah, it's Geary Avenue.
Geary. Okay. So, sorry. Dufferin and DuPont and the brick.
Yeah, there it is.
Lovely. And we are towards the Dufferin side, right? Yeah, we're close toward the Dufferin side.
Yeah, we're west.
And there's a bay parking on the north. Yeah, so right in the middle of that.
Right where you nailed it.
On Geary. Let's go.
Yeah.
See, I like the easy ones. Oh, no, Parkland. What park is this?
You get a street name, though.
Lawrence? I know where we are. This is Lawrence and... this is Lawrence and Don Mills?
We'll find it.
I think it is. Do you know this? Do you recognize where we are? This is the entrance into that rich neighborhood where Drake lives from the west. Or from the east, rather.
So we're on Bayview then.
No, so this is the Leslie side. This is the Lawrence.
Okay, so it's Leslie and Lawrence.
Think so. Is this okay? So this is a Super K. Let's say Tim Hortons.
I do not see Tim Hortons. An SO, yeah, that's probably it right
that's
there.
the SO. So it's Leslie and
Yeah.
Lawrence. That is the Mike Bella Park. And we are
Okay.
just a bit above there, like the first person's backyard, sort of. Right? It's not two people's back. It could be two people's backyards. This is the trick, right? If you're too far off, you don't get it. You like that?
I love it.
Let's do it. Ah,
that's perfect. That's
amazing.
perfect.
Amazing. And Strachan?
Strawn. That's Strawn and just north of King, I think. Yeah, that's King Street right there.
Cool. Yeah, there's like a Mexican place here. I think
that bar,
but I
used
think
to be called something different.
Yeah, it was a Mexican.
Like
okay, I know where we are. So Strawn is. Let's see. Pennies.
Pennies right there. Yeah.
Pennies. Oh my goodness. How did I get my? Oh. How do I get
Zoom
that?
game? Don't hit leave.
No, the pin. The pin. Oh, like I'm looking for the pin as if we can move. There, you stay on the pin because it's no move.
I think you've nailed it. I think we're right there.
Yeah, cool. Excellent. Killing it, sir.
Nailed it.
Absolutely killing
Dude.
it. Oh, Simming.
This is
before Lansdowne.
This is Dovercourt.
DuPont.
No, this is
DuPont on
this is north of DuPont.
Yeah. No, this is DuPont. Pretty sure.
No, we're north of DuPont. You're looking south towards DuPont. No, you're right. Hold on, circle around a little bit.
Sure. Would this be Bloor?
We're on Bloor Street.
Bloor before Symington. Yeah.
Bloor and Symington.
Boom. Okay. Nice.
Yeah. Lansdowne area.
Yeah. Bloor and Symington. And
You can even get a number off one of those.
1388.
1388.
13. Do we see that? Yeah, we do see that. 1390.
A little bit to the east, I think.
Yeah.
Dude, this is going to be another perfect. We could have the first perfect score ever. Well, for us.
Amazing.
That's 5,000. Let's go.
We're just
no residential, no residential, no residential.
Oh, laneway!
Yeah, but we can figure this out. We can figure this out.
Okay.
Yeah, we can figure this out.
Okay, so Diamond.
There's a jewelry.
Yes. Looks like quite downtown, too, based on...
Zoom in on the end of that. Let's see what we got there.
Okay, so we got some serious
Telus.
billboards. Yeah.
Eaton Center. Yeah, we're near the Eaton Center, I think.
So we're south of the Eaton Center, facing north.
I think.
Yeah, that's Young Dundas, right? So we're in a laneway.
That's Young and Dundas.
North-south laneway.
Yeah.
Okay. Having trouble pulling up.
Just to make sure to get a perfect score, we should probably take another glance.
I think we're in O'Keefe Lane.
You think so?
Well, let's see if we can triangulate with that jewelry.
Do you see any? Sometimes there's numbers on the back. Oh, yeah. Okay. And you're looking south there?
Yeah.
Okay. So go back to the map. Yeah, I think that's it. Is there a diamond for less right there? On Shooter Street. That's Shooter Street.
Yep.
That's literally Shooter Street right there.
Amazing. We got it. So now the question becomes how much distance?
Yeah,
so there's
we
a
gotta
building.
dude, we have to get this. I've never had a perfect score.
Okay. Does the okay, see how the building jogs?
Yeah. That's oh my god. And look to the other side. There should be like a little look at the other side of the laneway. There's another jog right there. I don't know if I see that.
Big flat building. Okay, hold on. This is the first building that jogs out, right? And then it jogs back. I think we're here. You know what I mean?
not really, but
It's okay. So see how this one
Oh, it
jogs
jogs
out?
twice.
So that's the first building that ends here. And then
That's
we're at
pretty
this
far.
stretch of
It doesn't
smoke.
look like we're that far. Are you zoomed in?
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't actually look like we're that far.
Because there's another jog right there.
Okay. And yeah, if there were numbers on the back, that would help a lot.
But look at the garbage bins, 2293. They've painted the number on their garbage bin.
Well, that's good. That's very helpful of them to do.
I think that's it.
Yeah. O'Keefe Lane, we're pinning it. We're going in.
Oh my god.
Well done.
Go, baby!
Yeah. That's how you know.
No way.
Ending on a high note.
Dude.
Well played.
No move.
It tells you you've lived somewhere for too long, I think.
Yeah, it does. But it's so challenging. I just love it better than move, because with move on, anything less than 25,000 is not a good score.
Okay.
In my opinion.
No, fair. I 90% of my games are perfect games, so yeah, I would agree.
And when you have no move on, it forces you to look and think outside the box. Like, no curbs, we're in Etobicoke. Let's find Lothian Avenue.
Yeah, we actually found it too. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So before we end, there's one thing that I would like to just hand the floor to you and say that please take the opportunity and promote anything you'd like to promote. Where can the people find you?
Okay. Well, first, I just want to say, I appreciate you bringing me on the show, Pete.
Oh, you're welcome.
It's so funny because I've asked you, like, I've suggested, like, hey, man, let's do a collab on GeoGuessr like this, and like, you never hesitate. You're like, yeah, bro, let's do it. It's like you're that one buddy that everyone has that's always down for everything, and I appreciate that. I
like having fun.
And I suggested, I casually suggested to you, hey, man, do you still do your podcast? Because I'd love to go on it. And you're like, 2 days later, you've scheduled me, and I appreciate the opportunity, man. And I appreciate all the things that you've done for this community. It's amazing. You're a good dude.
I try. Some might disagree.
And to wrap things up, you can find me on YouTube at Digitallic or at more Digitallic. And come check out my stuff if you want to. If you like it, stick around. If you don't stick around. It's all good.
2 YouTube channels and a Twitch channel. You stream to both lives. You can catch Digi live. He streams a lot. He's down for those big marathons.
Yes. If you like stalemates.